Welcome to FurCast, episode 369. I'm your host this evening, Paradox the Red Wolf.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
What you thinking about?
I don't know, I'm thinking about how, we're still here, but the world is still falling apart. There's not much to talk about, and we're kind of just here.
Well, the U.S. is falling apart, not the world. The rest of the world.
I feel like there's a lot of parts of the world that are falling apart, but okay.
Yeah, but the U.S. is pretty bad.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I feel like we're doing a show because we have to do a show, but I don't know what there is to show on the show.
We show ourselves.
I'm sure.
Not in that way, though. It's not AD.
I'm your host, Paradox.
I'm your fabulous Blue Fox host, Fabro.
I'm your Tiggy Maru.
We can't hear you. You have to use push to talk, Rayo. He's
I had it set to control. I don't know why it wasn't going, but I know. I was about to say I'm stuck in a box.
Who are you?
I'm Mario.
Have you left your room in the past month and a half?
To go to the bathroom.
That's pretty much it.
To go to work. To go to work to
Wait.
eat.
You still work?
So I got laid off from the hotel, but I have a friend who's, oh my God, you guys are not going to let me live this one down. I have a friend who's a manager at a McDonald's, and she was like, we need help. And I was like, I need money. So I picked up a small temporary job at McDonald's.
Well, I'm actually glad that you got some income, though, because I'm sure you need it. And
I do.
also, you're able to stay safe. But yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, I've been okay.
So hi, guys. Once again, there's not much to talk about, so we're just going to kind of do our best to have fun. Maybe it'll be a little rambly. We might be there might be some a little more ums and ahs than there are normally. That said, we do have a bigger roundup that we did last week, and also we are trying to come up with some ideas and I don't know, trivia games or something that we'll do with you guys. Maybe next week we'll have something. We'll do a Jackbox, or we'll do a furry trivia Jeopardy game or something. I don't know.
Jackbox sounds great.
Yeah, we could do that at some point.
Yeah, have how many people?
Since I have my my Switch, I can bring that to your place and we can do it from your place, or I could stream it to my Twitch. But whatever you want to do, we can do that.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. So yeah. Anyway, there's just stuff we're thinking about there, and then let me just check the show notes. Let me see if there's anything to mention. Oh, so I do have something to mention. There is nothing to mention. That was actually what was documented in there. So that's nice. But anyway, I hope everybody's staying safe and able to not go crazy during this kind of insane time. Meanwhile, FurCast is sponsored by TwinSailCreations.com, so if you are stuck at home, or you are going crazy, and you need some help with that, you can go to TwinSailCreations.com. They're having a COVID-19 sale, and thank you to those guys for sponsoring the show. We love working with them. We also have coupon codes. I don't think you could do the sale and the coupon code at the same time, but anyway, we have coupon codes Red Wolf or the coupon code Blue Fox, which will save you 15% on their silicone products during checkout. And they also have some new stuff that just dropped on their website as well, and on their Twitter they're also regularly dropping stuff. We can talk about them more later on in the show, but thank you to Twin Tails for sponsoring us. It's always awesome. And I don't know, is there anything else to talk about before we do roundup? Or
I don't know.
it's
I work most of the time, so I don't have anything interesting new to do.
I've mostly just been helping Maruski move. So it's
Wait, Maruski's moving?
yeah, he's moving into our house. Yeah.
Why didn't you just do that in the first place then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going through right now.
Yeah. It's I mean, that little bit of separation was nice.
What separation?
It was nice while it lasted.
What do you mean?
The fact that you owned an apartment, but you never went to an apartment?
Well, I slept there half the time.
Randomly go and take a shit and then come back.
Okay, not to that degree. I slept here half of the week.
Literally most of the time, I would wake up in the middle of the night and there'd be Maruski in our kitchen, drinking milk or something. I'm like, oh.
He's our stray cat. We adopted him. He is totally our stray cat. And for a while, somebody else was feeding him. So he wasn't here all the time. He was only here 50% of the time. But now clearly we're the only people feeding him, because now he's just here full time.
Because you adopted him?
Yeah, we adopted him.
I don't know if it's really adopting. He just kind of forced himself into the home and you just accepted it.
No, the stray cats, that's how he originally forced himself in, though, because he's a stray cat. You know, when you have
Yeah,
those cats that you just feed and they just keep coming back and then you can't get rid of them, even if you stop feeding them.
And if you stop feeding them, they're going to be reliant on you because they've realized, hey, this person feeds me, and it's like shit.
There was this really hilarious video on FurCast where this guy opens a door and there's like 15 cats out on the porch and they all meow at once.
And then he just throws food, and then they all stop immediately.
Yeah.
He literally meows at me when he's hungry, by the way.
That doesn't
Feed
surprise
me.
me.
Yeah, and then I feed him Fibs, and then he goes quiet.
Well, you don't have to worry about that with Bull because, you just bring him out and he can just eat, graze on grass.
Yeah. Well, and plus when Bull is here, then we have dinner anyway.
Yeah, and you double down as a lawnmower.
Our grass is high because we can't mow it because it keeps raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bull, you
It's
should
'cause
come over.
It's because I haven't been over. The grass is too high.
So another fun thing to mention.
That's too long.
So Areo, you'll probably know what I'm talking about here, but for anybody who is not familiar with the region we live in, we're in the northeast of the United States. Particularly, we're near Niagara Falls in New York, and there's something that we have here called false spring. So we have winter, and then we have multiple springs, and they're all like fake until you get, and then all of a sudden you just get summer. There's no actual spring. And so we keep getting these like hints of warm temperature, but always with like pouring rain and like wind and like really eerie, dreary days. And then all of a sudden it'll be like freezing cold again, below freezing, and then all of a sudden it'll be summer. And we just
It
don't
was
get
snowing a week ago.
what?
And it was snowing a week ago.
Yeah. We get snowstorms in April.
Yeah,
And then-
just
and then in
today,
May,
it
it'll be
was
hot.
Like 60. It was like 60, right?
Yeah. It's like insane.
Ridiculous.
But I have been taking the opportunity to at least go on walks, like outside, just walk around the neighborhood or whatever, just to like get out of the house. Because
We should go
otherwise,
on a walk.
We should go on a walk. You could just walk on the other side of the street from us. That would work. I mean, I'm just like social distancing. Like I'll meet up, and then you just stay on the other side of the road, and we'll scream at each other the whole time that we're
Scream
walking.
at each other, bother all the neighbors that are
Yeah.
stuck in their houses too.
How's it going around? Oh, it's great.
Are your parents still in the high risk category, Bull? Like in terms of their work and stuff?
Bull is
No.
more in a high risk category of himself.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm actually pretty high risk because I'm dealing with the whole general public and their
right.
money.
Yeah, you're dealing with the general public, and then your family's dealing with medical. So your whole house is like quarantined, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty
Dude,
much.
so can I just say though that I feel like of all the silver linings to come out of this, I know that for the most part COVID-19 is a great tragedy, but there are a few silver linings, and one of them is the fact that we're learning that like people can work from home. It is possible. Yes, the internet is like a very essential utility. That's one thing. But another thing is I actually did go to a drive-thru the other day because Maruski and I were out shopping. We're like, you know what? We'll just grab Taco Bell. And we go through the drive-thru and they hand the reader out the window so that you can use tap to pay and not touch it. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, this is normal in other countries.
In Canada.
In Canada and in other places, because in other countries, everybody has a PIN. So you either have to insert the card and enter the PIN, or you would have tap to pay. Whereas here, like a lot of times, if you're at a drive-thru and you ask for tap to pay, they're like, and they like grab the reader, they're like, and they're like cords caught, and they like don't know that they can do it. And so now all of a sudden it's like, oh, they just hand the what a concept. Oh,
Yeah, we have tap to pay.
credit card machines that face the customer. Congratulations, America, you're moving on. It's great. Moving
Yeah,
on.
we have tap to pay. We just take the little module that we normally use and we just like out the window. And we're like, there you go, tap it.
Yep.
Boop.
Well, yeah, but
Thanks.
that wasn't a thing before. Like, if you had to ask for it, they would get confused. They'd be like, oh, I don't know if we take tap to pay. And then a lot of times places would say that they took tap to pay, but it didn't actually work. And it's like, yeah, we're getting there, But yeah. Anyway, I'm ready for Roundup whenever you guys are.
I still don't have access to Roundup.
You still don't?
No.
Oh, on your tablet?
Yeah, and I need a Google account, do I?
Yeah, you have to log into a Google account.
I have to make one for myself.
No, you don't. I could just give you the FurCast one.
Oh, okay.
Let me just PM you that.
Wait,
Get
do you not have a Google account?
Yeah, do you not have a Google account, Marisky?
Like
I
how?
do.
How do you
I have a
exist
human
without
one, but I don't
Google
want to
account?
mix the human one with the FurCast one.
That's fair.
Because human one has all the personal information to it.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
I just gave you the credentials, so you just make sure to install the You're going to use the iPad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just install the Google Docs app. It works great.
Okay.
All right. I am ready for Roundup. Welcome to the Roundup. The Roundup is the segment where we throw a bunch of fucking links at you, and you can check them out on your own after the show when we post the episode. It usually takes a few days. But basically, it's our rapid-fire news segment, and I'm just going to kind of bombard you with a bunch of random links, and if they're interesting to you, then you can check them out. That's basically how it works. First, Nintendo has confirmed that there has been a breach of a lot of accounts. Around 160,000 accounts were hacked or at least accessed. But, worth mentioning, Nintendo was not hacked. There was no breach of Nintendo's system. It's believed that this is mostly through what's called credential snuffing, I believe it's called, which essentially means, you guys know how every once in a while, like some website gets hacked. Could be anything, I don't know, MySpace, let's say. Somebody hacks that, or whatever. You know, some old website that nobody uses anymore, right? Well, what hackers will do is they will take that password breach that happened, and they will just try all of them to log in on other things. And apparently, 160,000 accounts, according to Nintendo, were accessed through what they believe was one of these incidents. So worth engaging two-factor authentication on your account if available to you, depending on how you authenticate. They do have documentation on how to do that, and there's a bunch of stuff. How to enable two-step verification. So definitely worth doing. To secure your account. Next, this was actually part of the update last week to Telegram, but Telegram is teasing new secure group video calling features. Now, Telegram has had audio calling for a while. I'm kind of curious how it's worked for you guys, because for me, it's kind of been It's like, That's how I would rate it. But apparently they're also introducing video calls, and in particular group video calls. Because as you know, Zoom is not doing so great on the privacy front. They've got a lot of problems, and a lot of the other platforms are kind of weird. If you guys do, by the way, need just like a free or a way to host your own multi-video calls, if anybody's interested, I highly recommend Jitsi. It's essentially an open source, like GoToMeeting, essentially, type thing. I gotta mute my computer, sorry about that. But there's one that they kind of demo on their website, but you can also run your own server. So if anybody's kind of nerdy out there, I highly recommend doing that. Take a look at that stuff. But yeah, so Telegram is, I guess, getting on the boat. And they said that they are promising that for 2020. And Telegram is, of course, promising security. We'll see how they actually do with that, because they don't have a good track record. But we'll see. Since last week, sad news, Anthrocon was canceled. They actually canceled pretty much right after we recorded last week's show. But, yeah, it's official, and I guess it was a pain in the ass for them to do, because they had a lot of contracts they had to go through and deal with.
Canceled. MFF canceled.
Yeah. What was your idea, by the way, that was on there? I'll pull that up while you talk about it. Because you had tweeted an idea at them.
Yeah.
Basically, at Anthrocon, since 2020 has been canceled, could you still reg the badges, but just put canceled across them?
Sell the reg badges.
Yeah, because the idea is they probably made some of the badges already.
I think the hardest part would be the logistical issue of having to send out like one thing. Yeah. Like the logistical issue
You
of
mean
sending
using
out...
the postal service and sending a letter rather than an email?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it is a lot for them to...
Like, they would probably order... They probably order like 10,000 reg badges. They would have to individually like...
I'm just saying the logistics of they usually send you a letter when you register for the con anyway.
Oh, do they?
They used to. I think it was when you were super sponsored or anything, they sent you a letter.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Anthrocon has responded. They actually said to you, we didn't actually order the badges yet, so there's no badges to sell, unfortunately. Would have been a great idea, though. So, yeah. But that is a neat idea, though, like, just in general. Like, I feel like it would be cool if cons did something to kind of, like, as a memory of what would have been a con, like a badge that says canceled that you can buy and donate to the charity. Because I know, obviously, cons have a lot of logistics and contracts to deal with right now, so it's not anytime soon. But, like, I know people who collect con badges
I literally have
every year.
I have literally for the past 10 years, if not more longer, of AC's badges, because I've gone every single year. since like 2007.
Dang.
It's gonna suck to have one missing from the set.
Yeah.
That's what started it. I was like, damn it, I want to have one missing from the set now. It's gonna be like 2019 to 2021.
Well, 2020 is canceled anyway. It's
Yeah.
a whole year. But that would be a good way to raise some money that's been lost due to the contractual obligation.
That's what I was saying. Like, if all the cons did it, you just have order canceled badges from all the different cons. Be like,
Yeah.
I was gonna go to all of these cons this year. It just happens.
Well, I
had
would
flights.
have gone to the con, but it was canceled. And just like people start buying badges for cons they've never been to. Like that'd be, I don't know.
I want a con in the Philippines. I want the one like
Yeah.
just donating to buy like each con badge for like $10.
It's like, well, I was gonna go to Sweden this year. But...
See, I had my badge ready, and then I just got canceled.
Bragging right, extra $5.
Yeah. Yeah. But a couple of the journalists that commonly tweet about Anthrocon and do newspaper articles about Anthrocon, they were tweeting that they're going to miss it and posting photos of them with various fursuiters saying, please
Gale.
don't hesitate to reach out.
I recognize that fursuiter, the yellow mouse fursuiter, I think.
Yeah.
I think that suitor was on the front cover of the last year's AC's newspaper.
Yeah. And then speaking of the media, I've got Pittsburgh's Action News 4. Anthrocon Annual Furries Convention. Why can't they get this right? The one year we were Anthrocons. Now we're a Furries Convention. Anyway, it was actually an article basically saying that like they're really going to miss us because, we kind of casually bring like millions of dollars to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh just lost millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in really sad news, a furry passed away. Their name is Xavi Cake on Twitter. And Foxed It Up tweeted this. It was the heaviest hearts to say that we lost Xavi Cake yesterday. Fortunately, I was able to meet him a few times. Rest well, Xavi. After talking to his partner, if you'd like to support the family, please do so here. Now, this was posted pretty much just after our last show that we did. But they actually did really good on their goal. They only wanted to raise $5,000 to help with the funeral costs and everything like that, and they raised over $11,000, which is awesome. But yeah, very sad news to hear that. And it's really too bad. I checked out Xavi's Twitter account, and it was like all really like happy, enjoy life types of things on there, and it was just like, oh, it's always sad to hear. More sad news. Eurofurence is canceled for 2020. With deep regret, we must announce cancellation of Eurofurence for 2020. We did not come to this decision lightly. The safety of our attendees, staff, hotel personnel, many other paramount officials. But yeah, so Eurofurence is canceled. But don't worry, we have Virtual Furence.
Welcome to Virtual Furence. We are trying to make a virtual furry convention.
No clip.
And as you can see, this is a picture that we found online, and we remodeled it in Blender. Actually, not Blender, but a lot of different tools. It's fine, it's fine. We are basically using all the tools that we have to remodel this
Am I missing
hotel
something?
and
Is everyone
Yeah, we're
make
playing
it
a
a
video.
cool world where everyone can join and have a great convention. This is Virtual Furence, actually, so everyone can join. It's kind of like a free online furry convention, and if you have a computer that can run a normal game, you should probably be fine. You can run this also on a VR headset. So right now, for example, I have full body tracking. But obviously, you don't need a VR headset. So this person right now here is just using a desktop computer. And he can also join us. He can also do cool emotes.
But
everything's
so they
possible.
need help with all the stuff. They
Obviously,
need both help and they also want people to participate.
Because we have a lot of stuff that we want to model. We have programming, a lot of programming tasks that need to be done for this. We can use any kind of help. Even if you just don't know any of this technical stuff, you can still help us. For example, by searching the internet for reference pictures.
By the way, Hayu, who's one of our patron supporters, is one of the people contributing
We
to
have
this.
a lot of very talented people on board.
Is that Hayu? Right
Yeah,
there?
it's Hayu.
Hi, I'm Hayu. I'm a Pine Martin. I'm a career 3D modeler, and I'm also a game developer. And I work primarily with characters and worlds in VR chat now. And I modeled this initial map here that we're standing in.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm usually a wolf, but now I'm using Hayu's excellent Pine Martin model. I'm a 3D generalist and I'm very motivated to model stuff for the project, make reference photos. I'm looking forward to that.
Hi, my name is Lucian Shepard, and I'm a hobbyist texture and 3D model, and I'm helping the team here as well and supporting them with wherever I can.
As his tail clips through the back of the thing.
Can someone model the 3D studio now for VR chat?
Oh my god! And so
FurCast
VR
studio.
chat is one of those things where like it's so cartoony and derpy that I can't get over it, but it just seems like fun, and I'm really glad that these guys are having fun. But this is on Kex the Furry's YouTube channel. It's called Virtual Furrence Furry Convention Project. So yeah, if anybody wants to contribute or help them out, you could go check that out. Yet another virtual con. We have Furry Weekend Atlanta. CEO Tigerpaw and CEO Tigernick have an update to share regarding concerns around recent events to dispel some confusion. Furry Weekend at Home, I guess, is something that they're working on. But this is also a post about everything that's kind of going on from, let me just open the PDF here. This is about the fact that FWA is not doing refunds. Basically, they are not doing full refunds. They are doing partial refunds, but they're highly encouraging people to donate their badges. You can ask for a rollover, but they really don't want you to. I guess they really need the help for their financial state. Unlike Anthrocon, I guess they're just not in the same
You
financial
said no
state.
refunds. They're doing partial refunds, not no refunds.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Yeah, they're doing partial refunds. I'm sorry if I said no refunds. But yeah, so there's a whole page on it on their website for anybody interested in that. Next, nearing the end of the roundup here, I guess there's a bunch of drama that's been going on over the copyright for the bisexual pride flag. Apparently, a company called Binet, or an organization called Binet, owns it, and they are claiming that they are working with the original artist who created it. And it kind of goes on and on and on about the history of the flag. Now, Binet has doubled down on this, and they say that the reason for this is because they want to stop it from being used in offensive places, particularly people who are combining the bisexual flag with Confederate flags and using the bisexual flag in like other kind of weird offensive manners, and also just preventing people from being able to like financially benefit from it who really shouldn't be able to financially benefit it. That's their claim anyway. But there's another article here that goes into the whole history of it on the trademark, and it is just a mess. But so yeah, if anybody's interested in checking that out, you can check that out. And then the last thing in the roundup is just the tweet from Pharaoh that I'll put in there for about the Anthrocon badges.
I'm sad that they didn't order the badges. I wanted the badge.
Yeah, that's too bad.
At least Anthrocon tweeted.
Yeah, it's good that they responded. Yeah.
I actually asked D-Myth before Anthrocon even responded back. So I was like, D-Myth, what do you think about this? He's like, it'd be great if we ordered them.
Aw, that's too bad. Oh, Bull has a bull.
I do have a bull. It's my little boy. I love him.
Almost looked like a badger.
D-Myth is the best cheetah lord, though.
He is the best cheetah lord.
No,
Except I think he's
not
a leopard.
badger.
I think D-Mouth is a leopard, not a
think
cheetah.
so.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Pretty sure he's a cheetah.
I know, because one of my mates is a leopard, and I know he's in the chat with D-Muth, but it could also be just like a feline chat.
I think it's a feline chat, but D-Myth is definitely the lord of cheetahs.
Well, I feel like he's a leopard that is Lord of Cheetahs. I feel like that's what's going on here in terms of, I don't know, logistics to work out. D-Muth is the social media manager for Anthrocon, among other things. He's one of the board members. But, yeah. All right. Now what?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Well, we could. Faye, do you want to jump into like a news thing, and then we could do a break after that, and then we kind of decide on break what we want to do.
We should blunder the house.
Have fun. Blunder would drive me crazy.
It's not that bad.
Like, have fun. Well, okay.
If
say
you're
it's not
making,
that
like,
bad, but it's
couches
an entire house.
I mean, it
That's
depends.
a lot.
Well, yeah, but are
You're
you
taking
gonna?
the photo and then you're pretty much just putting basic things in front of it that's actually going to be stationary objects. So you would just need like the TV and stuff like that. There isn't too much that you'd actually have that would actually need to be modeled in Blender.
So Faye, did you see all the drone shots that I took of the house on the house chat? So
I'm going to blend to the outside of the house.
because the drone shots that I took of the house is actually, I took it so that you can make 3D models out of it. It's part of the roof inspection program, and the way I shot the photos are actually capable of producing 3D image of the house. So you can, if I gave it to you,
That's pretty neat, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, I got burned out from Blender by watching Captain Disillusion tutorials. Captain Disillusion ruined Blender for me, but
I gave Maruski my book on Blender.
wait. So here's the deal: are you gonna model the fact that our house is also not level and also is crooked slightly,
And is flooding sometimes.
and also are you gonna model
The
the
house
fact?
is never flooded. It's leaked.
Okay.
Yeah, the ground floor of our house is actually pretty far above ground level, so you don't really have.
We have
to
a
worry too
creek
much.
that runs to the basement, and it has still not flooded. So
Yeah, in 100 years.
there's legitimately a creek that runs to the basement.
Yeah.
If we blended the house, I'd put a porthole in it, and then you drop
I
down
hate
and
that we had to buy flood insurance, even though we don't.
flood.
Well, not only do we not flood, but even if we did flood insurance A has a deductible and B only covers livable space, and the basement isn't livable space. But there's no way that it would flood up to the livable space because the other houses on our street, which are lower than our house, are not on a floodplain. So just because our house is on the creek, because it's next to the creek, it's theoretically you have to get flood insurance, even though because of the way our house is built, it would never flood. Like the basement could flood, but the flood insurance wouldn't help with that anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? It's so stupid. I like how people are saying that they have a blender in their kitchen. Thanks, guys. That's really helpful. I feel like that's really contributing to what we're talking about here.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I think I still have all my Blender files from college.
What did you make?
Objects.
Bouncing.
Bouncing balls.
What did you make?
Objects.
Objects. That's so good.
Walking animations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
They're not fun.
I sort of want to get a 3D printer.
That has nothing to do with Blender.
No, but you can make 3D models of dicks, right? Dog dicks, horse dicks, whatever. And then you can print it out.
Seems like a waste of time just to get a 3D printer to make dicks.
I mean, I would use it for something other than printing dicks.
You made it seem like you'd only get a 3D printer just to print dicks.
I mean, I think that's a good business investment. Think about how much time it will save for you.
tell TTC. They don't want to buy a 3D printer.
Oh, okay.
They don't like the 3D prints.
Well, I mean, I feel like are you planning on using the 3D prints or just making sculptures to put on shelves? So you could just have horse sticks all over the house. Because I mean, I wouldn't say no to
As
that.
if we don't have enough.
I was gonna say we have dicks all over our house anyway. Dude, you literally walk around our house and the dicks in our house are like dog toys. Literally, they're everywhere. It's like you walk down the stairs and there's just dicks on the stairs and you're like, all right. It's so bad at this point.
They're like socks. Or laundry.
I have my one dick. I don't know where the other one
Pairs
went.
of shoes.
Pairs of dicks.
Where's
Is it
my other-
matching pair of dicks?
Yeah, matching dick pair. It's like that's where we're at. It's just I don't know. But
There's literally a dick mold in the sink area that's in the drying rack. There's dicks in the laundry room.
Yeah.
There's dicks in the
box of
living
it.
room. There's
Kathleen,
dicks
don't be
hanging
alarmed.
from the
There's dicks
kitchen.
everywhere.
There's dicks hanging from the kitchen ceiling, still stuck to the ceiling since we threw them up, and they haven't fallen down because of the suction cups. Basically, we don't use dicks for any of their intended purposes.
Would you say that you dick around with them?
I'll have to ask Nico if it's okay to ding the bell on his behalf.
Nico,
You don't
Nico,
realize
is it
the fun
worthy?
you have until you have a legitimate box of dicks.
Somebody in chat says I lost my left dick.
Well, if you're a shark.
I think the funniest thing ever, though, Faye, was when you put the dildos in the washing machine, and it was all sudsy because we have a front-loading washing machine with glass front, and you watch it and it's just sloshing around, and then all of a sudden like they like leap through and they're like fish.
You do
jumping
realize
around.
that this
It
is the
was-
first video I have access now to the Twin Tails YouTube because I made them make one.
Oh no!
And I
It's like,
want
it's like
to.
those it's like those videos of
I
flying
literally
fish
want
where they're
Paradox to
driving on
come
the boat.
downstairs and help me make a binaural audio of just dicks in a in a washing machine.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I want us just to put a camera in front of the washing machine and just watch it do a full cycle with 2 mics,
Yeah.
a left and right channel.
Just have a nice like entertainment, like almost like a what's it called when there's a fireplace thing when it's like a U-log, and it'd be like that, but it'd be like a Twin Tails U-log, but it's just instead of a fireplace, it's just dicks being washed.
This is what I want to do.
Are you okay with that?
This is what I need to do. I need to post it to their Twitter. It needs to be on the web. That's why. We need to take 2 mics downstairs in front of the washing machine, literally throw all of the dick box, all of the dicks in the box into the washing machine, and then just let happiness begin.
All right.
I still want to get.
We also need a camera.
I want to make like dick popsicles. Like it will make a good.
Dude, I would love dick popsicles.
Yeah.
Okay, if I could have dog cock popsicles, then I could like just, oh man. And then like imagine like you're sucking on, but then you know how like, okay, whoa, wait a minute. This is like challenge mode here, because you know how as you start like licking the popsicle and it warms up a little bit, it
Yeah.
like starts to slide off the stick.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you get to the knot. So then like the knot is like falling and you have to like try to get it in time. I feel like that would be really challenging.
Call it nosicle.
Notsicle.
You'd basically be eating dicks at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
practically.
Yeah,
Boring.
It'd be good to like practice deep throating too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it would be like juicy
Yeah, but then you could just stare someone in the eye and bite down.
as a threat.
They're
I suddenly
popsicles.
like it a lot.
I'm gonna go to
less.
Marooski. I'm gonna go to Marooski and I'm just gonna get an orange popsicle and go, orange. Because you're a tiger.
The label's gonna say, "Try not to bite."
Try not to bite.
Nico,
then you
give
just
us a
go,
permission to
"I'll
ding the bell.
Nico, damn it. One bell. We got one. All right, we got 1 bell, he said in chat.
The bell was for me.
Oh, yeah, it was for you though. Yeah, I would say, yeah, can you imagine, like, it would be like notsicles. Try not to bite. Try.
Hey, you
You
gotta
have
make
flavoring, just use that one mold.
Dude, why has nobody done that? Like, this would be a great furry. Actually, Anthrocon.
Yeah, AC's.
Think
home.
about how hot
Yeah,
it
I
is.
don't think that is going to go well over at any
What if
con.
they did, you
Why?
know, those little wax bottles, the candies? Could do those too.
A wax dick.
Like,
yeah.
there's Jawbreaker. Why can't you have like Jawbreaker in
Not
shape of knots?
Not breaker.
A knot breaker. This sounds awful. I feel pain.
No, it's still a jawbreaker.
It's still a jawbreaker.
I just thought of something really bad. I just thought of something really
What-
bad.
What is it?
Ah!
Do it. Use some dark humor here.
Ah! So, hear me out. The mold, right?
Yeah.
You have the stick that goes into the knot, and then it goes into and then that. So that the tip's on the top, and you have to go
Malcolm?
into the knot. Okay. So here's what you do: you flip the mold the other way, so that the stick comes out of the tip, and then it'll be like for sounding enthusiasts. It'll seem like you're holding a stick, and then you go knot first. You suck on the knot first, and then you go lower onto it. I feel like that would be.
For sounding
So
enthusiasts.
you can have sounding ones, and then you can have regular. You know, because most people want the knot last, right? You know, that's
Yeah.
you got to work your way to the knot. But then there's other people who just
There will be stupid people who'll try to actually use a popsicle as an actual toy. And after
No, I
you,
guarantee it's already been done.
and like if you're having a hard time knotting yourself, right? It's gonna melt, so the knot's gonna decrease in size, so it's gonna get easier.
They make ice dildos.
See,
This
no,
isn't
I'm
something-
talking like-
this
I'm
isn't
talking
something
I wanna
new.
run
This
to,
isn't
like,
something
I wanna run to,
revolutionary.
like Wegmans and grab like a pack of popsicles, like, you know, the orange grape cherry ones, like
Dude,
the ones that have the nice round tip.
I can't imagine having a cold
You
knot
can
in you though.
totally use that.
I
No.
can't imagine. That's your takeaway from this. I can't imagine a cold knot in me.
Yeah, it'd be cold. I'd be like, whoa, it would pop, but then you're like, oh, it's cold.
Like an Iceon or something like that?
an
Like a
icy
Pokemon?
knot. Yeah.
I don't know any I don't know any ice Pokemon that have knots. Sorry.
Any ice Pokemon that have knots? Glaceon might.
There you go.
Thanks, Bull.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, thanks.
Pokemon experts right here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What the hell?
This show rated TV 14.
No, we're rated NC-17, I think, by definition. Well, no, because you show porn sometimes. So I guess we're X. I don't know. Anyway.
I guess we're X.
Are we going by ESRB standard or movie standard?
I don't know. Whichever one is more inconsistent. Popsicle,
Yelona Vulpix.
popsicle anal plug. Would you get a sugar high?
Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
In case you couldn't tell by my face turning blue for a little bit, I just did some research, and yes, Glaceon does have a knot.
Wait. Bull, look at the screen again. Look at the screen again. Yeah, I can tell it by the blue. There's a reflection of your glasses. Just like blue and yellow thing in the center.
I'm sure you just search ice knot on fucking E621 and something would come up.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it'd be nice because then it's like a butt plug, but you don't have to remove it. It just goes away. So after a little while, you're just like,
Add a little caffeine to it.
yeah. Because like that's the thing, like right, like if you have alcohol, I don't know. I've heard that's actually really dangerous because you can get drunk really fast.
Yeah.
But you just
I
get a
know,
sugar
I'm like-
high really fast.
So what, is this going to be a Pepsi dick?
Turning red.
What? Are you getting blushy off your...
No, I'm just.
And then
like,
it'd be like you could market them as like energy knots, like butt plug energy knots, and you get like a boost of energy. Oh yeah, pop this in, you get a nice boost.
You'll have to explain that to USDA before you put it in the market. It's like, what is this product for?
I'm pretty sure the FDA would not approve that.
It's a supplement.
They would not approve it. Ah! I'm on a roll.
No, that's kind of my thing. That's what cows do. We go on rolls.
Suppository supplements.
Yeah. Oh god.
Just put a shit ton of vitamin D's in it.
Oh, I got some thick energy in me.
Just got to take the D.
Instead of brain freeze, you get prostate freeze. Prostate freeze.
I don't like this topic anymore.
Prostate freeze.
Can we call it Frostate?
Oh my fucking.
Oh god.
That was good. That was a good end to that. Frostate.
Val, I know that it looks like I said it after you typed it in, but we said it at like the same time.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify that. I'm not taking your credit.
Oh, God. Anyway, so move on to some.
Fucking anyway.
Anyway,
The magic word.
that's why my sticker on Telegram in our FurCast group is just me saying anyway. Anyway.
Anyway.
Do we have anything we want to move on to, like a news thing or something?
Are we doing the news? Oh yeah, you said we're gonna do the news and then figure out what to do after the music.
What was
break.
that other con that was at home? Did we finish?
That was it. That was the FTB thing.
What was on after that?
No, that was it. It was FTB. It was that was what it was in the roundup. They changed their name on Twitter to that. I guess they're gonna do a bunch of promotional stuff for like the dancers and stuff like that. Frostate cancer. Oh my god.
What was the Down Home FC?
That was it. That's
what?
FWA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Though I'm slightly worried about the security vulnerability of VR chat because, like, who are you going to invite? Are you just going to have an open invite for anybody on the internet to show up? Or...
Yeah.
Well, the VR thing is separate
So
from
that
the
happens at
cons.
cons.
keep in mind, the VR chat is not the same thing as what the cons are doing. The cons are doing like showcases on their YouTube channel of dancers where people film their own videos.
Yeah.
That's separate from the VR chat stuff. That's just a
Okay.
group of furries doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're calling it virtual furrence, but I mean, it's...
Because like
yeah.
you would, like with cons, you generally have like an entrance price of like $70 that keeps the
I don't think they're
trolls away.
charging.
No,
No,
the question-
they're not going to charge on the internet, but in real life you charge
Have you
$70.
seen any of the VR chats? It's basically all trolling anyway. Revit turns into a helicopter.
I saw that video. That was hilarious.
Okay, so here's the real question, though. Poodling in VR chat.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen it yet.
VR chat ruined!
You'd have to have a dedicated 3D model for that.
That's
Just
extra
to-
work.
just to
Like
piss people
poodling
off.
is just being comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And being, but with poodling in VR, you would have to create an extra model.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
fucking extra.
Okay, so actually, I do have a question. What is the stance on like nudity and porn and stuff? Because I haven't seen much
It's true.
stuff like
Okay,
that.
so I know this. Not safe for work kind of like characters are not allowed by any means, but obviously if you're in a server with a bunch of people who are also cool with it, no one's gonna report anything. But if you're like in like a public server or like a server that anybody can just access like
So
anytime,
Second Life? Basically Second Life with the characters.
yeah. Pretty much.
Does Second Life still exist?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think I have a friend who still plays it.
It definitely still exists, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could see it also being one of those things where like
Like, what update has Second Life
somebody
done
else
since,
just suggested big dick energy.
you got that big dick energy.
Got that big dick energy. Try some big dick energy. Anyway, thank you to who sent that. There was Taylor. Thank you, Taylor, for that. Anyway, no, yeah, I would assume it's one of those things where like because what you upload is like part of a public database, so to speak, they want you to keep it relatively controlled. But if you're just doing it amongst your friends, you can kind of get away with doing whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Although VR chat is very like kind of cartoony and a little gimmicky, so it kind of makes me wonder if you'd even want to get into like pornographic stuff. Like how easy would that be, considering I don't know how like Second Life struggled with that for a while, where it was like for a while the limitations of it were that it wasn't that practical to make stuff look good, whereas it wasn't until later that Second Life where it's like now you can make stuff that looks really good in Second Life, but it took a while to get there.
No, there's some stuff that looks really good. The thing about VR chat is it all depends on who's making the models. Because you could have everything from like something completely flat in 2D to something that is like fully modeled with like tens of thousands of polygons.
Yeah.
I searched ice dick on E621. I just see a lot of blue dicks.
Thanks for your on the scene reporting.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
was reporting live from E621.
Yeah,
Reporting live from E621.
That'd be great if it was just like reporting live and that it was just green screen with E621 behind you.
We have a
Yeah, I
green
do
screen.
journalism.
Reporting live from E621.
We have a green screen. Oh, this is like I've scrolled through like almost 30 pictures, and this is the first one that has ice in it.
Wow.
And it's a Pokemon.
And it's a Pokemon, of course it is.
Which one?
You already clicked away from it, so I don't know.
Fuck.
There's so much blue. Like,
Yeah, and it's more like cyan.
It's not too often that you associate ice with any other color, though.
Let's see, with popsicles, you can. You could have a rainbow popsicle dick. You could have,
I mean, ice is more white than anything else. It's not really blue.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you color it, if you're making a popsicle.
You can have white popsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the rocket pops.
Like a cum popsicle.
I think it more so just goes back to the fact that, like, oh, blue equals cold. That's just kind of the way that we do things.
Yeah, kind of like in a lot of movies when it's nighttime, they grade everything as being dark blue, and it's like, that's not what nighttime looks like. Nighttime is just gray.
But for some reason, it feels cold.
Yeah.
Someone made a great tweet about how every movie in Hollywood grades everything like yellowish or orange. If
Oh,
it's, like,
teal and orange.
Yeah, teal and
Or
orange. If
teal
it's like
and-
in desert or Mexico.
Yep, that's a super, yeah. That's actually a big thing in, like, because I'm into, like, color grading and workflows of cinema cameras and stuff like that. And it's actually like a big no-no now. Like a lot of colorists are like, don't fucking do teal and orange or whatever it is, because everybody's so sick of it, seeing it in movies everywhere. But yeah. All right. Well, anyway, Faye, do you have something you want to move on to? Or do you want to go on break?
I have something.
You got something? All right.
Did you do the whip animation this time?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been so long. That big dick energy.
Lifetime ago.
Did you see on Twitter about the murder hornets?
No.
Yeah, I saw it on the side of Twitter when you were scrolling through earlier, and I looked into it. So apparently there's these hornets.
My porn name got released?
That like raid other beehives and like decapitate all the bees there.
This isn't
and
something
then they just
new.
go back.
This isn't something new.
But like they're here now. But they're here now.
This isn't something new.
No, but they're here now. That's the thing. They're here.
And like
years ago I caught one in Eden.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I still have photos of it.
You should have reported that because they literally had not been reported to have been seen in the country ever before.
See, I doubt that, though. I feel like now it's just getting reported on. The fact that you see one or two means there's more. It's not like these things have just been here the first time. He's talking about the Japanese wasps. The big hornets that are like 2 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have pictures of when I caught one in Eden. It was in my parents' house.
Oh
and I was like,
God.
holy fucking shit. Big and orange. The stinger was like literally that long. Like a half an inch.
All right, shall we move on to the thing?
Yeah. Mini generator cheaply converts heat into electricity. Fursuiters unite.
Fursuiters can generate so much power.
We could power the cons. The laws of thermodynamics don't allow us to get something out of nothing, whereas you spend energy, you have to waste energy. More so often than not, it is heat. Trying to recycle some of the heat has been a goal for a long time. Now researchers have actually developed a new approach that might be employed to small devices such as remote sensors or wearable tech. And the development has been reported in Nature. Nature, the actual magazine, not Nature itself. Just to clarify.
Nature itself reports.
Nature reports. Researchers from the University of Tokyo have designed a thin, iron-based thermoelectric generator that converts heat into electricity and can power a device with low energy demands. The newly announced generator employs iron and either aluminum or gallium. This is advantageous for 3 reasons. The metals are non-toxic, the material can be molded into many different shapes, and the elements are quite common, making the production very affordable and cheap. So far as this all study on thermoelectric generation has focused on the establishment but limited Seebeck effect. Senior author Professor Saruto Natsuji said in a statement, in contrast, we focus on the relatively less familiar phenomenon called the anomalous Nernst effect, ANE.
That's what it was the whole time.
Anomalous Nernst effect.
it sounds like something that you would hear from Half-Life.
Yeah.
The ANE, the con, allowed the team to generate the current perpendicular to the temperature gradient rather than parallel. This is advantageous in that one shape the mini generators in a way that can make them ideal for wearable tech. In both ANE and Seebeck effect scenarios, the generator is placed between a hot and cold body. But there is a key difference. Just imagine the generator on your skin, for example. When your body radiates heat out, this produces a current. In the Seebeck setup, the current generated goes into the same direction as the heat it's pointing out, so the device needs to be in a certain thickness to make it worthwhile. In the ANE setup, the current path perpendicular to the heat moves parallel to the skin, which allows the constriction of much thinner generators. Previous attempts at employing ANE required toxic or expensive material, which is why it has not been a major focus at any point in time. Here, have this very toxic material on your body.
Yeah.
It generates energy, though. We made a material that is 75% iron and 25% aluminum, Fe3Al, or gallium, by a process called doping. Lead author Atu Saki explained. This significantly boosted A&E, and we saw a 20-fold jump in voltage compared to undopted samples, which was an excitement to see. Designing new materials to take advantage of some quirky physical laws is often a laborious process of trial and error. Repeated iterations are necessary, and frequent use of materials is too expensive and time-consuming to make a large cell. The team took advantage of the latest power computer simulations for the planning, allowing them to find the right materials to test. Numerical calculations contributed greatly to our discovery. For example, high-speed automation calculations helped us find suitable materials to test. At first, principles calculations based on quantum mechanics shortcuts the process of analyzing electronic structures and nodal webs, which are crucial for our experiments. But this time, we have a working model. So all your LEDs in a fursuit can be powered by yourself. Just eat more.
All right.
I want to know how many wattage it would produce per like
Yeah, it makes me wonder if it's like
square meter.
enough to charge a cell phone or something.
Because I've seen like a flashlight that can self-generate from just you touching it, but it would power like 2 LEDs or 3 LEDs.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
People just start having butt plug chargers. Just the USB cable that comes out of it. The heat generated. I need to charge my phone. Here, use this cord. Where is this going? Don't you worry about it.
Literally protogens.
All protogens now have heat-sensitive butt plugs to reproduce energy.
You give someone's like, oh, can you charge my phone? You're like, yeah, I got it. You know, they give you the phone. You're like, okay, just gotta plug it in. You take out your butt plug and you plug it in. You connect them, and they're like, what the hell is that supposed to do? And you're like, hold on, I gotta plug it in. Yeah.
Has anybody got a phone to charge? I'd love to.
Anyone get some lube? I need to charge my phone.
Does anyone have lube? I need to charge my phone.
Thanks, 2020, a combination we never saw coming.
Dude, between what was the other thing we came up with?
The nostrils?
Frostate.
Oh.
Yeah, Frostate. Between Frostate and phone charging. All right. So there was that. Did you have a story on the bees that you wanted to read, Areo?
No, I was just scared.
That's the news story. You were scared.
Yeah.
Bull scared of bees.
Bull scared of
Yeah.
bees. Breaking
news.
Breaking news. Local bull sees bees, flees.
Oh my god, the first article in Stupid is totally you, Pharaoh.
I don't know if I put it there.
Really?
Which one is it?
The organ there? That is so you.
That's like you guys. I think that's more you guys than anything else. I want one of you guys to read it. You guys always you have all the coupons on the fridge.
Yeah, I don't.
Paradox doesn't really care for coupons. I do. It's like, I whenever we go out for Tim's, I'm like, oh, what are we getting? And I'm a kind of person
And you're like,
who's like,
hold on, let me look at the coupons.
Hold on, I'll get what I get based on the coupons I have.
Getting the things I like.
I'll take a gander through the fridge and just be like, oh, perfect, there's one for what I'm getting. But other than that, I'm not like, I don't like gaze over it and like, which of these coupons is what I want to get.
I guess
if I feel like having like cream bagel, like a cream cheese bagel, but there's a coupon for just butter bagel, but 50% off, is like, you know what? I'm just gonna get butter bagel for half the price.
I'm just gonna go disappoint myself for less of a cost.
Like, I don't cheap out on like grocery, like things that I personally cook, but I think all fast foods about the same, other than Harvey's, because Paradox introduced me to Harvey. It was Harvey's, right?
Arby's?
The Arby's.
Not
sorry.
Harvey's is Ontario only.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah,
Hardy's
I mixed those
Junior
up.
and Hardy.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's Hardee's, and then there's Harveys, and then there's Arby's.
Yeah, RVs. RB
Yeah.
or RVs?
Arby's.
Arby's, okay.
Yeah, he had never had Arby's before, which, by the way, is in Canada.
Yeah, there's not
Yeah.
that many of them, though.
There's, I believe, 2 in Toronto and 1 in Ottawa, I think. Yeah.
So, you like Arby's, huh?
The fries were great.
Did we,
Bull, don't get me wrong, but I only had fries and onion rings and jalapeno poppers. So your friends are safe.
They are. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. Oh,
But
that's
Paradox
good.
had some,
Arby's, yeah, great. That's so
Yeah,
fantastic.
I
It's
had.
really, really nice.
What did I have
What'd
at
you have,
Arby's?
Paradox?
I had What did I have, Bull?
Yeah, what'd you have?
I had a roast.
Turkey? Those are good.
It starts with
beef sandwich as well as a drink. I got a drink with that and a large fries because Maruski and I were sharing that. Yeah.
it's not actually beef.
I know. Yeah.
It's like liquid that's hardened into a beef form.
Bull, what's going on?
It's basically bull juice that's made into like a thick layer, and then they cut it.
Slice the hardened juice.
The hardened juice. Arby's, you can't be upset, Bull. Arby's is not meat. Wendy's is probably beef. We ate a lot of Wendy's. But Arby's, I don't know. That's like thinly sliced something.
You're trying so hard. Anyway. So the article that I have.
Did you ever play the tycoon thing?
Shit. I never opened that because it got moved into the run up later. No, I never did.
I was trying to think back.
Is it a video?
Yes.
Oh.
Top. I think it's at the very top.
yes, the
Tycoon needed our help.
All right, Bull, you won't be able to hear it. All right, Tycoon needs our help. Let's see.
Hey everyone.
God, he's so gay.
Hey everyone. I know we're all pretty bummed another con has been canceled, but Anthrocon will be even better next year. But for now, let's go ahead and see if we can show the city of Pittsburgh some love. And to do that, I feel like we should all have a bottle of ketchup around. So what we can do is play Pass the Ketchup, because Heinz obviously is headquartered in Pittsburgh. So let's go ahead and take a video.
I hate ketchup.
And then record yourself either taking it from the left, right, up, or down. And then we'll play Pass the Ketchup. And I think that might be a fun little way to show some love for Pittsburgh. Love you guys. Thank you. See you soon. Chuffs.
He just literally said chumps.
He literally said chubs. What the hell? I'll give that a like since I'm logged into my Twitter account.
Just to be a troll, I want to do that, but with a French's ketchup.
Wow. Oh, I get it. Handing the ketchup down. Well, there you go. So if you guys want to do a Pass the Ketchup thing with Tycoon, you guys can do that. He's at Tycoon Tiger on Twitter. Anyway. All right. Bull, how are you? Are you feeling better? Guessing that's a no.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next thing in the news.
Someone read about nuggies.
Oregon man drove to 11 different Wendy's restaurants twice in one day to stock up on the free nuggets. Okay, so when I first read this, I thought that what they were saying is that they were out of nuggets and he drove to 11 different locations to try to find them. And I was thinking, okay, if you're on like a long road trip or something, and you might as well, we'll try the next Wendy's. We'll try the next Wendy's. We'll try the next Wendy's. You know, if you're going down the highway or whatever. But no, this guy went to 11 different restaurants twice in a day
The tweet is fucking amazing.
to get the free nuggets. There's more than one way to get a free nugget. Wendy's recently announced it would be giving away free chicken nuggets on a certain date to help out communities during the coronavirus pandemic. I don't
think how they will
guess
help.
Guess that's sort maybe. I mean,
That only
feel like that's
increases
just
the spread of-
increases the danger and doesn't really help any of that. But anyway, Wendy's recently announced it would be giving away free chicken nuggets on a certain date to help out communities during the coronavirus pandemic. One man in Oregon apparently heard about the promotion and decided to make the most of it. He tweets, "Times are tough, so when I heard at Wendy's was giving out free 4-piece nugs today, I knew I had to hustle. Hustle emoji. I hit every damn Wendy's twice within 17 miles across 2 states. Car emoji. It took 5 hours, but now we eaten for a week. What it do?
Okay,
I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna.
Hold up. Okay, 4 free nugs, 11 Wendy's, times 2, 88 nugs. Okay.
88. No, I mean, I guess that's a decent amount, but
That's decent amount. 5 hours.
yeah, 5
What
hours
I'm
worth.
wondering is why this man has a frying pan in his car.
So yeah, like this dude.
Because by the time
Where's a frying pan?
he's holding onto a
Oh,
frying
he's
pan.
holding on to a frying
He's
pan.
holding onto a frying pan.
Because by the time he was done with it, done with all the drives, it probably got cold. So
Look at his Google history. Wendy's.
63 miles.
It's ridiculous. Oh, he went from Vancouver. Oh,
that's not
Vancouver,
that
Portland.
Vancouver.
Sorry, not the same Vancouver. But it is. That's so great.
What 2 states did he go?
Washington and Oregon.
Wendy's reply, that's just straight up impressive, not gonna lie.
Wow. Last week, Wendy's announced participating in restaurants across the country will be giving away orders of 4-piece chicken nuggets to anybody visiting the drive-thru this past Friday. The company explained the promotion called Group Nug was inspired by the chain's team members and restaurant crews who have been, quote, going above and beyond to help out their communities.
I feel like they're exploiting the coronavirus situation here.
Nugs before hugs.
Wow, our employees that we pay barely above minimum wage are going through a lot. Let's make them give out free food to thousands of people who will be expecting free food. I'm sure that'll go just fine.
Hope.
There was a limit of 1 pack of free nuggets per customer, but that wasn't going to stop a Twitter user going by the name of Squeaky Jibs. In order to get past the nug limit, he drove to 11 different Wendy's in the greater Portland and Vancouver area, KATU reported. In order to make the most of his trip, he reportedly drove the route twice, doubling his score. On Twitter, he showed a picture of his nugs, which he captioned, and then the tweet that we already read. Wendy's has also been sharing news of its exceptional team members to its Square Deal blog, which has been documenting instances of Wendy's franchisees providing free meals to frontline workers and first responders and people in need. I suppose that's kind of nice, although it's fast food.
It's probably like 50 cents to make a burger.
We're extremely proud of all the efforts we've seen, and we know that there are more out there, the blog read. It is people like those above who shine bright to get these times like these. Okay, Wendy's.
I'm just very skeptical.
This
of
is
these
very
kind of
brand
things.
Twitter. This is this is quintessential. This is brand Twitter right here. So there we go. That was the end of that.
Sad news.
Oh, yeah.
Key West cancels Burley Dad Fest.
Not Burley Death Fest!
What?
Key West cancels Hemingway lookalike contest because of COVID-19. The 3-night competition, which has been scheduled for July 23rd, 25th, typically attracts more than 100 burly, bearded men contests from around the world. Coronavirus pandemic has forced the cancellation of the 40th annual Ernest Hemingway lookalike contest in Key West. Organizers announced this past Thursday. The 3-night competition, which has been scheduled for July 23rd, which hosts more than 100 burly men from the U.S. and international locales to Sloppy Joe's bar, but organizers were concerned about the staging of the contest amid the panicked crowds. Besides the throngs of spectators, most contestants are between 60 and 80 years old, presenting a potentially risky situation since that age group is especially susceptible to the COVID-19, organizers said. The next contest is scheduled for July 22nd to 24th, 2021. The contest is traditionally the highlight of the Hemingway Day Festival, held around the author's July 21st birthday each year to salute his literary prowess and Key West lifestyle. Other festivities generally included literary readings, symposium presentations, a street fair, and a marlin tournament that recalls Hemingway's passion for angling fish.
Okay, I honestly expected like burly gay dads, but these are more so like grandpas.
Huh. Alright.
I like how you're looking up the festival pictures.
Yeah, I'm looking at the festival. Or the video.
Do you want to pull up the video so everyone can see these burly grandpas? Apparently, I didn't see the grandpas. Ernest Hemingway, who lived in Key West throughout most of his 1930s, wrote many of the best-known works of the secondary story studio and Ajon's, his former home. Now, to the museum, they include For Whom the Bell Tolls, The Snow of Kilimanjaro.
Annual Ernest Hemingway Lookalike Contest held in Key West is
Oh, thanks.
for
audio
July
for running.
23rd.
What?
Is this the? Yeah, it's just this video here. All right. I'm just trying to play it. Oh, it actually looks pretty. That's pretty awesome. That's too bad that had to be canceled. Although Pride got canceled in Toronto too. So, oh, hi, random news reporter using an RE20 inside of their house. Anyway.
Do you approve or disapprove?
It's okay. At least she's well lit.
He tries.
Yeah.
Is it gangster to put the mic sideways like that?
I don't know. It's an RE20 you can talk right into pretty much. But
cops shouldn't have pulled over a driver for flipping off the middle finger to them. Court approved.
yeah. That's okay.
You can flip off your cops without getting pulled over, essentially.
Yeah.
If you want to. Yeah. Raleigh, North Carolina, a state trooper's decision to stop a driver who flashed an obscene hand gesture wasn't justified. The North Carolina Supreme Court ruled Friday, overturning lower court's decisions against the driver.
Supreme Court. This went all the fucking way.
The Supreme Court of the middle finger.
What the fuck?
It went all the way to the Supreme Court of North Carolina. The justice ruled unanimously. Wow, probably one of the one things North Carolina judges can rule on. Unanimously.
Wow.
That the evidence showed Trooper Paul Stevens lacked reasonable suspicion to pull over Sean Patrick Ellis for disorderly conduct on Stanley Court Road in January of 2017.
Wow, that took like 3 years.
3 years to get through. Was the fine not worth it? I'm taking this to the courts. I'm going to the Supreme Court.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to appeal. Can you just imagine his lawyer like, you got a case here, man. You got a case. We got to fight this. We're going to work together on this.
Stevens and a local police officer had stopped to help a stranded motorist out of gas a few days after a snowstorm when Stevens noticed what turned out to be Ellis in another vehicle. Ellis, back and forth waving motion with his hand outside the window, turned into a pumping up and down motion with his middle finger. Court's documents said. Stevens pursued Ellis's SUV in his cruiser with blue lights still flashing for half a mile before Ellis stopped. Ellis initially refused to identify himself, and Stevens ultimately cited him for resisting, delaying, and obstruction an officer. The trial judge refused to suppress Stevens' testimony in the case. Ellis pleaded guilty to the court, but said he planned to appeal. A divided panel of the Court of Appeals upheld the judge's denial to leave out the trooper's statement, saying that there was reasonable suspicion for the stop. Associate Justice Robin Hudson, writing Friday's opinion, and said Stevens' testimony led to inferred facts that the trooper didn't know whether Ellis's gesture was directed at him or another driver. Stevens also didn't observe traffic violations or any other suspicious behavior during the pursuit, she wrote. The mere fact that the defendant's gesture changed from waving to flipping the bird is insufficient to conclude the defendant's conduct was likely to cause a breach of peace, Hudson wrote, and while returning the case ultimately to the trial courts. Lawyers for the state who defended the prosecution had initially said the stop was lawful under the exception to prevent harm in emergency conditions. The Court of Appeals rejected that line of argument, and the Department of Justice said the evidence didn't establish reasonable suspicion. An arm of an American Civil Liberties Union in North Carolina filed a briefing sided with the Ellis, saying that the raising the middle finger is protected with free speech.
Oh my god.
The case is a textbook example of how public officials criminalize dissent and criticism, ACLU attorney Leah Como wrote.
No, I would have fought just as hard too if I had the money.
If you were getting fined for like $50,
Like I would fight. I would fight personally.
3 years of your life.
I mean, it's not like I'm actively fighting for 3 years. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
I was gonna say every filing probably takes another 6 months.
Yeah, it's like,
You know,
come to
yeah.
this court at this time 6 months from now. Okay, and I just forget about it. I just show up with a lawyer, and the lawyer's probably gonna do all the things, not me.
You still have to pay a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but
I mean, I get it. I'd probably fight it too to some extent, but like at some point I would just not care enough.
At what extent is it not worth it anymore?
It is my goddamn right to flip the bird at every cop I see.
Although, to be honest, if it weren't for cases like that, there wouldn't be any kind of precedent so that like more people could get pulled over. And you can reference that now and be like, well, no, I can do it.
That's probably why they did it. It was
Yeah.
probably a moral thing for them. Yeah.
Because like, have you watched the Straight Outta Compton?
Yeah.
Okay.
That stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because like they were like, fuck the police, and they were arresting people because of that, even though, they were saying that because of the ongoing racism.
Yeah. All right, you guys are listening to FurCast live in XBN, and FurCast is sponsored by TwinTailCreations.com. You can check them out at TwinTailCreations.com, of course. They make awesome, high-quality, really pretty, and carefully made toys for affordable prices. You can also have them surprise you with random colors, or there's also FurCast colorations available on their website.
I keep forgetting that, and then every time it's reminded, like I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's FurCast
happened.
colors. That happened. They have stock and custom models available as well. They are part of our chat room and our community, so they do have excellent customer service through that. So remember, if you were to experience an issue for whatever reason, they're in our chat room. So especially if you just have any questions or anything like that, they'll help answer that. Because, and in fact, actually, that happened just this week. Somebody went in chat and was like, yo, like, does anybody here from Twin Tails? I have a question. And somebody from Twin Tails jumped in and was like, yo. So that's awesome that they're in our chat room and everything. They ship discreetly in brown boxes that just say TTC LLC. The credit card transaction also just says TTC LLC. And they also, yes, ship internationally, and I have heard of a few people overseas getting those and it being just fine. They haven't had any issues with imports. It's a silicone sculpture on the customs paperwork. Love is poured into every mold, and fans are encouraged to reach out and let us know their experiences. We have coupon codes, Red Wolf and Blue Fox. Both coupon codes. Use mine, Red Wolf, obviously.
Blue Fox if you're kinkier.
Yeah, Blue Fox if you're kinkier, I guess. But that'll get you 15% off on the silicone products during checkout. And that is pretty much that. Thank you to Twin Tails for sponsoring FurCast.
It would be hilarious if somebody on FurCast asked Twin Tails Creations, how do I get unknotted?
Knotted what?
Stuck. The toy.
Just come in for it's like, yeah,
Then they're just like, yank.
Give me training advice or something, I don't know. Can make it pretty awkward if you want to do. But yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I like the Twin Tails guys. They're awesome, though. I always like having them in our chat room and everything. So, yeah.
I'm going to end up running their YouTube channel, so we need to make content.
I'm scared.
Well, I already know I have the content. I just need your help to film the content.
Let me know when.
Because they want professionally filmed. And you're the only professional I know that can film.
Let me know when you want to film shit. I ain't got shit else to do. Well, that's not true. I'm helping him move in, but other than that, not too much.
You're helping him move into our own house. That's barely a move in.
Well, yeah, but I'm moving my whole bedroom. Have you seen my bedroom?
I know.
It's like empty.
Wait, you're moving your bedroom?
Yeah, I'm moving my bedroom.
Where are you going to?
Everything's like spreading out.
The garage.
Hell no. It's so fucking cold out there.
Speaking of which, Faye, I have a spare futon laying around now.
Yeah.
If you want that in the garage, you can.
I don't really need a futon in the garage. I don't even have space for the fucking garage. I have to fucking clean the garage. And I haven't been able to fucking clean the garage because it's been fucking snowing! And we haven't had a warm, sunny day in about, like, we didn't even have, today was only like a half warm, sunny day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of those. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right, shall we go on a quick music break?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, Araya, you're not going to be able to hear it, but we are going to go on a break, so we'll be back.
You should play that song.
All right, I'll probably do the thing that I did last time where I just danced even though I didn't have music.
All right, sounds
I want
good.
that another video, the COVID cancellation.
I'll play it. That track? I know what you're talking about. All right, you guys are listening to FurCast Live at XPM. We'll be back after a quick music break.
You're listening to FurCast.
Support for FurCast comes from Patreon users, including Shaman the Photon Wizard, Phaon, Energize the Wolf, Sweetie Darling, Barnaby Fox, Frost Blaze, Anu Fox, Omega Zai, Moloch the Generic Brown Wolf, Cypher the Heckmutt, X the Fox, Binary Paws, Firelion Coyote, Trinity Werefox, Lord Head Cheese, Biohazard, Code Yax, Dexy Wexy, Fiasco, Red Eye the Rody Red Lion, Tukiri, Lieutenant Fox, Calypso Collie the Fluffy Trucker, Mellow Wolf, Rit the Otter, Doxy, Zoopy the Barcode Kitty, Arceus the Tiny Tiger, Horse Code Hooves Up, Alta Shep, Cypher the Protogen, Meru Snowmew, D Otter, Ski Sharp, Nerd Hoof, Nether Lynx, Frost Wogon, Jeb M16, Static the Scrap Goat, Taru the Yellow-Nosed Doggo, Cronass, Jax the Husky, Fuzzy the Fox, A Certain Horse, and Gaia Wellen.
Additional support comes from social media. Twitter users, Commander Wolf 3, Casro Fox, Drop Table Foxes, Perp House Tier, Anti-Blue Fox, Goaty Boopers, Onyx Fox 23, BBQ Skunk, Rivik Wolf, John Crescent, Kaz the Dreg, Nate Blueberry 13, Blip Blip, Vel Platagon, Jared Tamanya, Zib Fox, Cyrus SL, Crossy on Twitter at XSSFox, the other Commander Wolf on Twitter at FurWolf99, Brother Rat on Twitter at Ratus Spiritus, Z-Lig on Twitter at Stealthy Dragon, Trashcat Danny at Trash Danny, 12 on Twitter at The Lion Thing, Shua on Twitter at Pulsing Panther, Dakota Winter on Twitter at Dakota Wolf 12, Telegram user, Sorcerer Dale, YouTube channel, Joe G. Bear, and the following websites: macrowolf.com, harihu.com, hack13.me, Superdwarf with antherlinks.net, and Devin D. Partlet with furryhockeyleague.com.
Additional support for FurCast comes from me, who's bored. Let's change up the read. Shisha Sheppy, who's a good boy. Record not found in Table Foxes with primary key darkfox.dk. For head bases and 3D printed goods, commission Tar Paw Studios at Alice Tar on Telegram. Silver Moonshine, maker of fluffy tails. Fisk McTaggart will draw for food. Find me on Telegram at Fisk Feline. Fayex, who says, greetings from sunny South Africa. At AlecGator300 on Twitter, creating pixel arts and being a filthy hybrid since 2012. Tantru, with World in Review, providing fandom news since 2015. Spurrigs, one of the only Ethiopian wolf degenerates in all of furry land. Bringing you bite-sized furry history on YouTube as Scar the Fur. Kilo the Protoyote, who says, Jessie is the best kitty. Cody Big Cat, you know what they say about lions with big paws? We have big hearts. Light and Shadow, the wolves, keep furry possum. Patty, who says, what Socks says is true. Socks, who says, what Patty says is not true. A message from @Grundy the Goat. and I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when. For an invite to the unofficial FurCast Minecraft server, message at Sasha Hyena on Telegram. Chatro, who says, have you heard? I like to raise the stakes. It's unbelievable. KobeCats.com. Take a bite out of art. We know you're hungry, so come get your paws and maws on a delicious piece of burger-priced art. Raiko's furry fortune-telling at its finest on Telegram at Obsidian Fox. Saucy Fox, who says, I'm trash, raccoons, HMU. Sheath Studios, making pen and paper role-playing games for the furry fandom at sheathstudios.com. Checkers the Dragon. Chess is my safe word. Fishmeister Cod, still not a furry since February 2011. Nightly at snouts.online, who says, I want to see this community grow beyond meets and conventions. Permanent furry commune. When? Max Shepard, who has been watching since the Bacon Felony. Little_Sunshine and Scoo with the unofficial XBN Xbox app at patreon.com/horseapps. Shaki, the Maid Lord of Nordic FuzzCon. Visit the Maid Cafe at Nordic FuzzCon in Sweden. The Church of Issoire, worshipping Lynx since the year Tuft. Skycorp, creating transformative technologies for mature audiences at skycorp.global. Disc Cookie, creating procedural beat maps for VR rhythm games. Kranos, who says, circles are quite friendly and nice, actually. Techwin, TC Fox, and Kaiwana of the Infosec Den in Wellington, New Zealand. Sylvan Scott, Grey Muzzle, Sorta Rider, and Tabletop Gamer on Fur Affinity as Sylvan, with size-related stories and other speculative fiction. Shadowclaw Studios, check out our Facebook page for links to our gaming streams. The Feline Support Alliance. In these times of social isolation, you should hug a cat. We don't bite. Much. Check-it Airlines. We always land on our feet. Well, normally. Silvergatomon at patreon.com/silvergatomon. Cheetah Paws for a daily dose of bulgy arts. Support him at patreon.com/cheetahpaws.
And a very special thanks to Blaze Fusky and Decibel Fox. Support for FurCast comes through Patreon, PayPal, cash donations, and from listeners like you. To become a patron and learn more about supporting FurCast, visit furcast.fm/support.
This is XBN.
Coachella canceled. Fuck the coronavirus. Ultra canceled. Coachella canceled. NBA canceled. NHL canceled. Football canceled. March Madness canceled. Baseball canceled. Golf canceled. Wait, they even canceled golf? Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do now? No sports, no nothing, no public gatherings. Oh, let's go to the club. We can't, it's closed. Oh, let's go to the bar. We can't, it's closed. Hey, babe, I got a great idea. How about we go to, oh, we can't fucking fly. 2020 should just be canceled. Cause I know as soon as this shit is done, I'm going anywhere and everywhere. All we gotta say right now is one thing. Fuck the coronavirus!
is XBN.
Stop. Please don't feed the trolls. I know that it hurts, it's just not worth it. Stop. Please don't feed the trolls. Don't fall in the trap, be bigger than that. Just stop. Please don't feed the They're already lonely, so leave them alone. It's just creepy the way that they need to be known. Stop. Please don't feed the Don't let them get to your sense of pride. Turn off that screen and go outside. Another day on the highway. Passerby say hi, have a nice day. Surf the waves, see sights, relax. The internet is made of cats. For time wasting, for clip sharing, communication, but mishearing and mistyping is reinterpreted, misheard words reworked till it hurts and it's suddenly become a personal attack that's come out of nothing and you want to hit back. Cause you know it's not right, putting dirt on your work, and that just isn't nice. More than a bit tight, sick spoiled type. No life of their own, so they spoil for a fight. But don't cry, feel sorry for them. That comment box is their only forum. Stop. Please don't feed the trolls. I know that it hurts, it's just not worth it. Stop. Please don't feed the trolls. Don't fall in the trap, be bigger than that. Just stop. Please don't feed the They're already lonely, so leave them alone. It's just creepy the way that they need to be known. Stop. Please don't feed the Don't let them get to your sense of pride. Turn off that screen and go outside. Listen up, friend, basic guidance. Trolls come in different shapes and sizes. Some are nasty, and some are tyrants, and some spit threats of vile violence. They probably still live with mum, or at least have no clue how to have fun. Some lie for attention, and then there's some who play it like a game that they've never won. Every playground has its bullies. There's always a villain for every goodie. Don't let them get to you. Be clear, better to be nice and feel no fear. Bear in mind when you hear something weird that you can't believe every dumb thing you hear. Speak to the person concerned in the rumor or shut your cake hole. There's no need to prove to anyone we deserve our place. Ignore these walking wastes of space. Do what you do something new. Do unto others as they should do to you. Life's not comments under YouTube views or a poisonous blog of untrue news. Take these words home and think them through, or the next verse I write might be about you. Stop.
Next rhyme I write might be about you. Next rhyme I write might be about you. Next rhyme I write might be about you. Next rhyme I write might be about you, about you.
This is FurCast. Hope you guys are doing good tonight. We got one more for you.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cups. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm. You're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone. Pre-party for the apocalypse. Don't forget to RSVP. Think about how the polar bears are running out of ice. But hey, this photo got a lot of likes. Get down, but don't feel down. This is why we can't have nice things, like a clean car or world peace. Scrub the sleep from your eyes. Supersize your vibe. Wake up, check your phone. Wake up, check your phone. Smoke till you feel numb. Check your phone. Check your phone. Check, bomb, check, bomb. Dial the tone. Wake up to the American dream. Cherry Coke in the bathroom of a club. Influence you, influence me. Under the influence of my own anxiety. Check your phone, get some new clothes. Not sure where to begin, still stuck in my own skin. Dennis Rodman, 96, 97, even 99. What a time to be alive. Start a podcast, become a DJ. Try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone. But the batteries died. Wake up, check your phone. Brush Brush your teeth, count your calories. Single-use plastic, how tragic. Fake friends, real problems. Check your phone, but you're still alone. Wake up. Bees are dying off. It's kinda sad. Oh, my bad. Can I have a +1? Look directly in the sun. Get on the dance floor. Put your hands in the air. 24/7. Loneliness. Live stream. No regrets.
Check your phone.
Drink it till it feels right. Drink it till it feels right. Check your phone. Check your phone. Check your phone. Perform in love. Check your truth. This is the world I live in. This is the world we live in. This is the world I live in. This is the world we live in.
Wake up, check your phone. 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 Wake up, check your phone.
Welcome back. This is FurCast on XBN. That was Check Your Phone by Cheap Cuts. And before that, we had Don't Feed the Trolls by Professor Elemental. And before that, we had Fuck the Coronavirus by Exchange, as an X-change. And we're back. And I got all the mics on. Maruski went outside to fly his drone for a bit. And
priorities.
No, he already did. He just came back, but then I think he's grabbing a drink or something. Anyway, Arreo will be back in a little bit. And in the meantime, do you have an article or something?
You should read the one about Eurovision, because you guys actually pay attention to that.
Oh, I already saw that whole thing. Yeah.
You don't like about AI competition?
No, I don't care. Anyway, I am ready for news segments. Or more news, rather.
What are the AIs that they're programming? Who's programming the AIs to be on Eurovision? There are questions. I'll tell you about Hostess and a coffee.
How's it going, Mariski?
Hello. I stole your Swiss rolls.
Are you a good kitty?
I'm a good kitty.
You're a good kitty.
It's who steals.
He does steal. He steals my food. He's a good cat.
Even if you give it to me, I'm still gonna say I stole your food. Because that's a stray cat's mindset.
Yeah, okay. That's your mindset. Oh yeah, I stole them. I'm cool. You have to show off in front of other stray cats.
Yeah.
Oh, look what I stole today. No, you didn't. That guy gave that to you. No, I took it from him. I just realized, does the Apple Pencil magnet to the case there?
Not this one. This is an old one.
Oh, you would just balance it in there?
Okay,
I was going to say, that's a really cool idea. To hold it back there.
This one's generation 1.
Oh, okay.
So
it doesn't have the yeah.
It doesn't have a magnet.
It does the stupid lightning charge thing.
It is. It's like...
It's really dumb.
Like, who designed this?
Yeah.
Like...
That was... I feel like everybody... The whole thing that's been going on with Apple is like ever since Johnny Ive left, all of their designs have been getting better.
Yeah.
Like in the same year that Johnny Ive left, they released a thicker iPhone, and they completely changed the keyboard on the MacBooks, and they've just been like releasing all these pro parts, like the display, which like rivals Sony's $20,000 BVM X310, and it's just like BVM XH300 I think is the model on the one that they were rivaling. But anyway. Yeah.
Is this a pre?
That's pre that happening.
Okay.
Yeah. That design choice was.
Like, let's say I was charging this thing, and it's like, oh, okay, I just accidentally knock it.
Could use it as a picket sign. It's just like put like a message on it, and just like. I don't think the lightning connector is that robust though, but.
No, I'm always worried that I'll break it off someday.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, I'm glad that you got it though, because ever since you got that, you've been doing such cute drawings, like in Telegram and everything. All your little silly sketches. Oh yeah, the little sketch that you did of you and me. It was so cute.
Probably should bring it closer.
Yeah, you bring it closer. And then meanwhile, fail. It's so cute. It's us being gay.
Yeah.
All right. Did the thing that says live come back? Hey, I think we have a bull back on the line. How's it going?
I just got back, put on my headphones, and heard it's us being gay.
Well, it is. It was us being gay.
Single dang thing.
Being gay. Aww.
All right.
You could just send me the picture on Telegram. That's so cute.
Thank you. It's on FurCast.
Yeah, he posted it on FurCast a while ago.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
All right. Faye, I'll give him some news music.
Why doesn't Bull read any articles? He can read articles too.
Yeah. I don't know, Bull, if you want to pull one up, you're welcome to.
Police in India reveal advice to detain coronavirus lockdown violators without contact.
Police in India reveal device. I like how it's reveal. Like they were just like, we reveal this device. Is it a drone?
No. It's far stupider.
Okay. Right, so police in India reveal device to detain coronavirus lockdown violators. Okay, yeah, that's right, because India's still in a lockdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know how like they catch like stray dogs? They have the big metal pole with the noose at the end?
Yeah.
It's not like that. But it is a log pole with a fucking grabby claw at the end.
Okay.
Like, it's...
like a trash pickup thing.
Yeah. It's so stupid. I don't know if this video is going to play. Oh, maybe it will.
Side note, did you guys just hear a lot of bangs?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, I was trying to see if they would have... Oh, this is just a random news report.
Paradox.
Legalize. Oh, that camera's... Turn the brightness down just a little bit.
Okay.
And then that camera will nail it.
Play the Twitter video.
And the Twitter video, is that what it was? Well, there's a few Twitter videos. Oh, this one. Okay.
It's a picket sign.
Let's see here. It's literally a giant, like, ka-chunk thing. Like, what even?
It's not even balanced.
Why do they need that?
Social distancing!
What the fuck? That is hysterical.
The claw!
The claw. Literally it is.
I don't think I have to read the article. I think that explains the whole thing.
That's pretty much it.
The claw! You remember that old device we said on the show? 10-foot handy? It'd be really come in handy right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it'd be selling like hotcakes.
Long distance hugging. I love how it just clamps down on them like it's such a chunk.
I want to buy one and then just mold arms around it.
You want to hug? Give me a second. I gotta unlock this mechanism here. It's like spring-loaded hug.
Hugging simulator.
Yeah. Hugging from a distance. And then you like sanitize it afterwards. You wheel a bucket around with you. Or, like,
just dip it in.
You just bleach it. And then you take it out and it's like dripping.
I had those mannequin arms.
All right, who else wants a hug? It's gonna smell like bleach, sorry.
Authorities in India have debuted a unique device meant to detain those who are not cooperating with the coronavirus lockdown, while maintaining social distances for those arresting them. The police department in northern Indian city of Changdara shared a video Saturday on Twitter of a drill using the apparatus. VIP security wing of Chirada Police has devised the unique way of tackling non-cooperating corona suspects and curfew breakers. The clip of uniformed officers can be seen standing next to a flatbed truck. One of the officers extends a lengthy hand-operated metal trapper device that locks around the body of a man I just remember this picture of the person just running
It
away.
looks like they could get out of it super easily, and they could
just run.
carry the thing with you. It's so dumb.
Jarvis then guides him to the back of the truck. The device resembles the claw-like grabber that he used to pick up trash. Reaction to the video reported on social media with praising police, while others argued the device dehumanizes people.
The claw! Of all the problems that police forces and also like political issues going on in India, this dehumanizes people. It's a fucking global pandemic. Chill the fuck out.
They could just shoot them.
That's not dehumanizing.
No, they live by the bullet, they die by the bullet.
Listen, Faye, we're from America. It's an honor to get shot. That means you're standing up for your country.
That's like our Valhalla. Americans only go to heaven if they're shot through a bullet.
No.
The American dream.
Hey, did you guys know? Did you guys know that the U.S., we have had the biggest drop in school shootings than any other country in the last month?
Because there's no any.
Oh, right, because no one else has that problem.
Did you know the only way to get into American heaven is to die by bullets? That's why all Americans have guns.
Well, hey.
To any of you other country listeners
And
out
not
there.
just getting shot. It has to be an assault rifle.
I don't know. I think
feel like that has to be...
It's like the Vikings. You need to die in battle, but you don't have to have the gun.
Anyway, we should move on from this before we get ourselves in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been kind of abstaining from this one.
Yeah.
Well, you're never going to make it into American heaven that way. How can they do this to a human being? Utterly shameful, tweeted man.
What is American heaven? What is it like? I just imagine you just get shitty like Pizza Hut coupons or something. And you watch like fucking funniest home videos reruns while eating.
Disgustingly whitewashed.
Yeah, it is like
a bunch of dads in a big field with a barbecue.
Like when you have the brightness set on a TV too high at night.
4x4s only.
Perfect, like it's just endless suburban neighborhoods.
It's just like a 1950s.
Yeah, but every house is the same, so nobody can judge. Everybody has a lawn. The lawn is perfect. Everybody's lawn is perfect. Ah, so good.
My eyes hurt just thinking about it.
It bothers me so much.
Even hell for fags. It's a better place than suburban.
I'd rather Yip and Helen go to American heaven.
It's so good. Oh my god.
Another crime correspondent for Hindustan Times described the behavior as deplorable and said police were treating people like cattle. But they don't kill cattle in India, so...
I was gonna say, cattle are gods.
Yeah, bull. You should move to India.
I was gonna say
that doesn't work.
Like, keep in mind, if a cow like is in a street, they won't touch it.
I know. They're very kind and respectful.
Yeah, they're very.
So I don't. How do you say the behavior is deplorable? They were treating people like cattle.
But they treat cattle with like
gods.
Cattle better than people. They treat cattle like people. People like cattle.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, you found the place where you must go.
I know. I talked about going to India, but I don't know. I don't know how much I'd fly under the radar.
Cow on a plane.
Because here's the thing. If they find out that I'm like not actually a cow, like I'm like a filthy human, they're gonna be like a little bit upset. They're gonna be like, "Wow, you can't get past us."
I just want to point out that India is freaking out over the police getting a like human-sized picker-upper scooper, and meanwhile we're putting fucking bulletproof glass in schools.
The human quicker picker upper claw machine.
I don't know what you're.
It's an old, as seen on TV ad for like it was advertised like, oh, you struggle to get out of a chair, like when you drop something, where you get the little scooper thing, the little claw thing.
The handy grabbers?
Yeah, the thing that like your grandparents inevitably had.
Yeah.
Like it was like every grandparent's house had a gratuitous amount of those.
The gripper.
Get me the gripper.
I posted in the FurCast chat.
I didn't say pooper scooper either. I said human picker upper or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking thing.
You know, I see those things come in handy once in a while.
Like, if anything, okay, real talk for a second here. If anything, I think this is more respectful that the police would use this. Because rather than the police touching you and putting their hands on you, they're saying, hey, we need to arrest you. Please stand far away, and we're going to, like, guide you through. And like,
Can I just say for a second, though, I think this game is going to be a lot harder for the police when the people actually move. Because if you could play that video one last time, the guy is standing there, and the claw barely fits around him. If you have someone that's a little bit more obese...
So I'd say you just got to be fat. Like me. I'd be okay.
Well, it grabs around whoever, like...
Yeah, but wait, because watch when it grabs him. If you were running, I want to see someone catch someone with this when they're running.
It looks so like fiddly.
Yes, made out of like 1x1 metal.
And he has to keep it. Oh, you lock it. But still,
it looks like
but if someone's running,
that metal at the junkyard.
I want to see someone like running and them trying to catch someone with that. That could be a fursuit game.
Try to fucking catch fursuiters.
The claw?
Yeah, the claw. It's like a form of not bondage, but like what is it? Like
detaining?
Detaining, yeah.
It's like cattle herding. With the lasso.
I don't think that would fit around a kettle.
I know,
Any
but it's
kettle.
like the human equivalent of like a lasso that isn't like a lasso.
No, a lasso is a lasso.
Hold on, I said that isn't a lasso. I knew you were gonna.
You can lasso a human.
Oh my god!
You don't need a claw machine to form a lasso for a
Then
human.
why don't they just lasso them?
Because ropes aren't rigid, and you can't keep that social distance with a rope.
Pull. You don't push. You just pull.
But if they run at you,
it's fair.
See, you're not thinking about social distancing. You can't run at a pole. The pole locks you in place. You would need rigid rope, which is also called metal.
Rigid rope.
Rigid rope.
Rigid rope. So like a shitty brand name for like metal piping.
Rigid rope. What? Steel bars are basically rigid rope.
Rigid rope.
We went from like... Look at all the bridges. What is it? Steel rope?
Jesus Christ. Moving on.
So metal is just rigid rope.
We gotta stray in the ballroom, get the claw.
Can this be Adi's gift?
Oh my god. Where you just like grab fursuiters and just move them around. Like when like you're lining up to go into like a main events room, or like you're lining up to go into like a dealer's area, the fucking door side just have a claw.
Now where do they buy these? Can you buy these in bulk?
I feel like I'm gonna come home in like a week and you're gonna have one of these.
Yeah, Pharaoh's gonna have made one DIY.
By the way, Paradox, there will be no door side next year.
I know, no door side AC.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be
this year.
No, it was supposed to be this year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but maybe they might come back next year because of all the cons.
No, we still have a team going on.
Yeah, they've developed their own security team now. Yeah. He's part of it.
That's terrifying.
Are you gonna develop their own team, or
are you gonna know the Mariskis are being security?
Are you gonna stop me if I don't have a badge?
It's like a Nazi cat. Like judging all the foxes and wolves. Only letting cats through. I already see the outcome. I don't trust it.
We have diverse species in our team. Actually, there's a lot of dragons for some reason.
They're gonna
I
burn
fucking
them.
love dragons. See, I trust them to be
The
like,
slut dragons.
oh my god.
Oh, my masturbation cocoon.
Dragons, I trust dragons to be security. I trust them.
All dragons
They're
are slut
guardians.
Yeah, but I feel like the major flaw of having cats on the security team is that they'll sleep.
They'll sleep, they'll get distracted, they'll follow random people.
Like, here's the thing. Like, let's say I'm in an area that I'm not supposed to be in, but hear me out. I also have a laser pointer.
I was gonna say the laser light show is gonna fuck up security.
Damn it. It's like I'm guarding the dance store. It's like laser.
Dot.
And then if there's a mouse fur, it's like a mouse. I hide behind a pillar. It's like
That was the quote.
We are the slut dragons who live in this slut cave where we suck, fuck, and eat butt.
All dragons are slut dragons.
Yep.
And if somebody's having a heart attack, I'll just knead their chest.
Oh my god.
Like that. It's like, oh.
That's how CPR works. You just
Yeah,
knead them and then
they're
curl
just-
up on top of them. And they'll be fine.
And I'll have a dog lick their mouth. That's how it works, right? You lick their mouth and then you knead on their chest.
Yeah. Is this your cat advice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how CPR works.
Again, I almost did again that I fear the security now.
Good.
They may have been Dorsai before, but they're cats now. I mean, dragons are basically just scaly
It's
cats.
gonna be like Cats the movie.
I'd never watched it.
Dragons are
for
just
good reason.
dragons are just scaly cats.
No, they're not.
They like to sleep. Dragons like to sleep.
I feel like dragons are just depressed, scaly
I feel
cats.
like everything likes to sleep.
No. Not
Zoopy
everything.
in the chat. Security, please don't touch any of the displays. Also, cat security pushes said display over. Fucking tearing up the drapes or something.
And if you don't feed the security team, then they don't do their job. They run out of food and they just stop giving a shit.
Our loyalty is based upon how much food you give to us.
The security room is just like a room full of tuna and boxes. If somebody's unsafe, you just give them a box.
This is your jail.
This is your jail. All right, what are we doing?
Greg in the chat room, so I said, we are the slut dragons who live in the slut cave where we suck, fucking eat butt. He goes, no, dragons have a code of honor. And I said, is that what Dragon's Kama Sutra is called?
Code of honor.
Code of honor.
We follow the code. Code position 23.
All right. Areo, do you have something you want to pick up, or do you want Faye one of us to do something?
I have nothing that really stuck out to me a lot.
You can read the Alex Jones thing.
I don't want to talk about Alex
no.
Jones. Can we not talk about Alex Jones? It's not a good idea. He's dangerous to bring him up. Zoopy, where do I sign up? Somebody actually did a cat panel. It was like a feline meet and greet panel, and it was literally a panel room full of boxes.
That's my Twitter profile
It's
picture.
it's the leftover ones from the macro meet.
Yeah. Wow.
They were like, what are we gonna do with all these? I'm like, give them the fucking cats.
An aquarium in Japan wants you to video call their lonely eels.
Yeah, let's read that one. Oh,
What was
good.
that?
Bull, read that one.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Bull.
An aquarium in Japan wants you to video call their lonely eels. Lockdown has seen wildlife across the globe creeping into the open while humans stay at home. But as nature is healing in some places...
Okay, pause really quick already. Can I just comment? on the meme "Nature is Healing," because
I love it so
There's been
much.
so many funny ones. Like
I love the Universal one. Oh, the pollution is
Yeah,
down
the
so much you
pollution's
can
down.
actually see the Universal.
But one of my favorite ones is one of my favorite artists, Pulsar, who does like a lot of like hyper kink art or whatever, did one that was like "Nature is Healing," and it's all these like animals like all happy to forest, and they just all have big dicks. And it's like, oh, nature is healing, and all of the comments are like really loving, like, oh, it's so good to see, and like it's just, I love it. It's such a dumb meme. Nature is healing. Oh no, there's an event on Twitter. All right, I'm gonna read through that. Anyway, you can go ahead, Bull.
All right. Some animals aren't loving the lockdown quite so much. An aquarium in Japan has made a plea for visitors unable to attend the aquarium to instead video call their eels, as a lack of people has caused them to become shy, making their care more complex. That's so sad.
Aw.
Inside the Tokyo Skytree Tower, the tallest tower in the world, sits the Sumida Aquarium, home to hundreds of spotted garden eels. In the wild, garden eels are highly suspicious and hide in the sand at the first sign of trouble. The museum's eels, however, had become accustomed to their admirers around their tanks. Without feeling the need to hide, the eels made it easy for the aquarium workers caring for them to check if they were content and healthy. As lockdown measures have forced the aquarium to close its doors since early March, however, the empty building has resulted in their eels becoming more and more nervous of humans. According to the aquarium workers, the eels are now becoming shy again and keep disappearing into the sand whenever they pass by.
Aww.
This shyness complicates their care, as the staff aren't able to check on the health of the animals as easily as they could before. I want to video call them.
Can we video call them?
There's another link. We
Just
video
be
call
like,
them
just be
now.
like, hi eels.
How do you video call them?
I don't know.
I don't know. I want to find it. Alright. In an attempt to refamiliarize the eels with their tank-side admirers, the aquarium is launching a 3-day emergency event on May 3rd
Oh, that's tomorrow.
to remind the resident eels that humans exist.
Well, isn't it tomorrow right now in Japan?
Oh, it is.
You're right.
Yeah.
The Chinanago Face Show Festival, as the aquarium has termed it, invites visitors to call the aquarium through FaceTime on an iPad or iPhone, where they'll be presented via 5 tablets around the tank to have a visit chat. The attention-starved eels.
Just taped iPads to the aquarium.
Wait, I thought those were like shitty memes. Only shitty memes said that.
What? They're just fucking just taping. Here, FaceTime with people.
Hey, what time is it? Because we could probably call them now.
The eels are just like, what the fuck is going on?
We try calling this aquarium right
These
now.
humans are fucking weird. Like, the eels haven't forgotten people at all. They just think we're weird. Oh my god. This story is viral, though. There's probably a lot of people calling.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's 11 a.m. in Japan right now, Sunday. Bull, when did the calling open?
I need to see. I'll look it up. You guys can move on to the next thing, because that was it from the
Weeaboos,
article.
please research her for us.
Yeah, Weeaboos. Wow.
Was there a link that says telling you when it was calling?
No. I'm
Details on
looking
how
right
to
now. I'm
right
looking
here.
at it.
There's literally a fucking link, Bull, that says details how to right here.
Where's that?
In the article.
Oh.
Dang it, it's
Oh no,
in
I think of that
Japanese.
page. That's the page I was looking at.
Oh, it is cute. There's a cute cartoon.
Oh, it's telling
image
you. It's telling
of
you
this kid
which
bowing.
accounts to call.
That just
So-
makes the eels bow at you.
Yeah, there's literally a photo. Oh well, it's just a cartoon of like the kid bowing.
All right, I have all of the links. I'm gonna post them in the FurCast chat.
There we go.
Can we try calling one right now?
Yeah, we should call him.
I mean,
it says help.
Yeah, it says 2020 May 3rd Sunday to May 5th Friday.
Oh, so they got a feed. Yeah.
Oh, I'm guessing it's the atto is an @ sign, and in the translation made it said it did that.
There's 5 different at gmail.com. I'm assuming you use those to FaceTime.
Yeah, you can FaceTime
yeah,
emails.
so like help chin
Oh yeah, there's
001
5 different emails,
at-
one for each tablet.
Oh, they probably just have them set on auto answer.
Can we try right now?
Yeah, you can
Please,
even
can
do
we
it on
try
Android.
this?
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah, well, you have an iPad.
Yeah,
With
okay.
FaceTime. Just try paste those email addresses in FaceTime and see if you can.
Okay, give me a quick second to wipe my paws off.
Because you were eating snacks.
I was
You eating
eating
your
fibs.
fibs? Goldfish fibs.
Oh, I have it translated now. Tell the home garden he'll eat meat. How to open the app on the iPhone, iPad. Please take a video call by entering the following of one of the email addresses into the
Yeah,
destination.
so you enter in one of those emails into FaceTime and then just see if it comes up.
I'm gonna try the fourth one.
Yeah, try the.
I'm gonna try from my phone as well.
Yeah.
FaceTime.
I would assume that they're going to be like bombarded because of the fact that
When you
this
see
is...
your face for about 5 minutes, hang up and call for the next person. FaceTime is a video. So you're only supposed to have 5 minutes time.
Yeah, there's probably nobody moderating it though.
I know, but I want FurCast to call in.
Yeah. Is it working?
That's Bull trying too.
I'm trying the fourth one right now, Bull. So
I just tried the fifth.
All right.
I feel like it's going to be... We can probably try it in a few days or something.
We got a few days.
I just want this to work so badly.
FaceTime unavailable.
Aw.
We can leave a message.
Hello, eels. Call me back.
From America.
Oh my goodness.
Try
All right.
one or two. We still have time.
FaceTime unavailable as well.
Yeah, I think that's what it says if it...
I don't care. I want to keep trying.
I'm gonna try the second one.
I want FurCast to be talking to these eels right now in Japan. They need our help.
FaceTiming with eels.
FaceTiming with eels.
Specifically. And it's a valid email address because it takes a while to register, and it's like, yeah, you can call them.
This planning will be participated only with iOS. Please refrain from participating in Android OS.
Yeah, there's just no way to FaceTime with Android. And they probably did it because it's really easy to just tape the iPads to the aquarium and have them auto answer. And they probably figured it's like, whatever. We'll
Please
just do
refrain from crying loudly.
What? I just imagine if you show them porn. Can we get the eels horny? Can we show them eel porn? Somebody look up eel porn. Let's get them going. Like,
they're in Japan. I figure they see enough of that kind of thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I'm making a video call from your iPhone, iPad. You can meet Shin Ango and others at home. Any terminal that supports it can feel free to join. In addition, during the holding period twice a day feeding program, Now Rice, also will be conducted. It must be...
I love how they're feeding them rice.
It is a must-see for the lively appearance of the Chinese eels, which is unique to the Gohan. Figure that Hayato has issued appearances in fights from sand-only phase. On the contrary, they may dive in and not show their faces at all, since the first attempt at Sumo Aquarium, but I do not know. And do I have...
I've never wanted so pointless so much.
All right, I think we should.
Yeah.
Only 5 lines can be connected at the same time. Therefore, there is a possibility the time the network is connected, the worse the crowd takes. Please note by showing everyone's your out of time of everyone how you seek cooperations from your home. Outline. Date Sunday, May 3rd to May 5th. Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 14 p.m. 14 p.m.
1400.
Yeah,
probably.
1400 to 2 p.m.
So they literally just opened up an hour ago for this.
They're probably getting bombarded.
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
That's gonna be my last attempt, and I'm gonna hang up.
Nice try.
All right, I'm on my last attempt.
Have you tried all of them?
I tried fifth,
Yeah, I tried
fourth,
all
and
of
one.
them.
You tried what?
I tried first, fifth, and fourth.
Well, you still have 2 and 3. Bull, did you try 2 or 3 yet?
I tried every single one.
Oh, Maruski's just lagging then.
And now I'm just spamming 3.
Did I connect? Oh, I heard a doo-doo. I want this to be our mission.
I
Right
just
now.
imagine it answers and it's just an eel that's like like in the camera.
I didn't get it.
Like you got the split screen, it's you, and then just an eel's face, like, and they're like, "Hi."
It's so close to the camera, and they're like,
Yeah. They're like looking like what?
why?
And then I just imagine like if you show them something like gross, like the eels, like they they get like taken aback, and then they like boop the button to hang up. And they hang up on you.
They accept you and then hang up.
They've been taught how to use iPads.
I just imagine the eels at the end of this are gonna be like, "We get it, bro." There's a fucking iPad taped to the wall over there. This is like, what a silly thing. That's just so funny.
If I ever visited Japan, I want to go to like there's a little shop that's run by Shib, like a dog.
Yeah.
And people just let the dog run the business. Like people will grab like candy bar or whatever from the shop, and they will leave like change or whatever appropriate amount of money into a jar. And there's literally a dog as shopkeeper.
That's so good.
And they also have a Fox Island.
Yeah.
Risky, I don't want you to stop.
Start DDoSing entire Japan so that we have the privilege to call.
Take down Japan.
Take down Japan.
We need to talk to the eels.
Give me those fucking eels.
I've never wanted something more on this show in my life. Someone fucking talk to these eels now. I'm literally to go downstairs.
I'm gonna keep calling in the background.
Okay.
Whiskey, did you go for number 2?
Okay, I'll try.
I was trying to see if they had any.
I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of the show and never get it.
I was trying to see if there's any other what's it called, web operations here, like aquarium.
Of course, all the foxes in FurCast chat want to go to Fox Island.
That's where my cousins are.
Yeah, Jensen. Yeah, I see. I agree. I agree with this, Jensen. Why can't we call the foxes?
Because they want you to go to the island.
Yeah, that's how they make money. Well, people call the foxes then.
I'm literally trying to use Google Translate to find if there's any other video events on this.
All right. This has been a fun show, guys. Do we want to move on to emails real quick? And then call it a night? We've been going for a little over 2 hours already, so we should probably...
Today's operating hours closed.
Mursky, do you want to read an email?
Sure.
Yep. It's, Oh, wait, do you have the Gmail app on your tablet?
No.
Yeah, you'd have to install that and then log in with the same credentials I gave you.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Right.
Zoom fatigue is a thing now, and you're not the only one experiencing it.
I don't have Zoom fatigue. See, that's actually kind of funny. That's actually an interesting conversation to have.
Zoom fatigue?
No, it's... I am used to spending all day on the internet talking to my friends who are far away and video chatting. And meanwhile, a lot of people are not used to that. And so like for them doing video calls and doing audio calls is like really awkward from home, but I'm used to like I walk around all day with earbuds in my ears and I'm on Discord and TeamSpeak.
But they're whoever using like they are not talking to their friends, they're talking to their coworker.
Oh yeah. But I mean no, even people talking to their friends are getting stressed out with it.
I would understand that.
Yeah. Here's some video of the eels. There's
They're long.
Those are long boys. I don't understand. They're so weird looking.
Oh, I recognize them.
Don't they want to like? Why don't they want to come up for video calls? It's so interesting that they like hide.
Like they're
until you get hot and back up. That's funny.
You've seen the movie A Mermaid, right? Or I forgot the name of the movie.
The one from the Chinese
Disney
one?
No, Disney movie.
Oh yeah.
Is it literally just called The Mermaid? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay. Because what was the witch's name? The witch.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, I wish Nico was here. Because there's an evil lady in the movie, and she has like hair.
Yeah.
But the
Medusa?
Yep. Not. It's almost like Medusa, but instead of snakes, it's those.
Oh, eels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
Anyway.
Oh, you're talking about the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. All right, you got email?
I got the email.
All right, go ahead.
Oh wait, I want to talk about Zoom calls. It's
But,
funny.
But again, I feel like there's not much. I have nothing to gain from that article because I already know what's going on. It's just the fact that like people are
Can't
not
handle.
used to communicating on the internet. Like we've grown up our whole lives having all of our friends be really far away from us because of the fact that we don't limit ourselves to our demographic. But for the average person, like they're just friends with coworkers and high school friends, and
No
it's
matter
weird.
how convenient your video chats may be, the time you were on your third consecutive virtual pub quiz of Date 2 weekend, the concept
That's the other thing. People try to do this most stupid generic shit. Like, oh, let's do trivia. It's like just fucking like
you're working from home, you gotta talk to
talk
people.
about life. I don't know.
Log in and check if you like a chore. If you're like that, luckily you're not alone. It's even coined a new aim by psychologists: Zoom fatigue.
Ugh. Whatever. All right.
I just love that there's like one tweet about people talking. It was like, my boss turned herself into potato on our Microsoft Teams meeting, and we can't figure out how to turn the setting off. So she's been stuck like this the entire meeting.
Yeah, I saw that tweet. All right, go ahead, Mursky.
Okay. This email's from Hiroji Namik. Hi, I'm a keen listener of FurCast and FNT, and I want to thank you, all of you guys, for producing such a great show. I would like to give you my thoughts on the issues of lockdowns, in quotation mark, in response to the current pandemic after your discussions during FurCast episode 363, Vegans for Satans.
Vegans for Satans.
Mostly, I would
So,
like to...
whenever people remind us of our episode titles, I'm just like, oh yeah, that was the thing.
It's like, yeah.
It's a good way to remember what we talked about.
Yeah.
Like if you mentioned...
Frostate.
Frostate.
Mostly, I would like to highlight how the negative effects of these lockdowns are disproportionately concentrated onto some individuals. In the UK, our lockdown ban on non-essential businesses from opening, using public transport, or visiting friends and family. The result of this is not that no companies are currently hiring, and despite being a welfare state...
Can you lift it up a little bit?
Okay.
Here. Stand up.
The government's welfare schemes are not even sufficient to begin to cover rent in most cities. This is incredibly worrisome for me as I am graduating from 4 years of university in May, and hence am currently job searching. Never mind the economic meltdown that is likely to come in the coming years as a result of this pandemic. To make matters worse, as all estate agents are closed, I cannot move property or rent, and my current tenancy contract runs out shortly. Oh dang. My mental health was seriously affected by my MSc. Do you know what it means?
MSc, no, I don't.
Yeah. Multiple sclerosis? No, that's not it.
Mental health counseling.
Oh, by my mental health counseling, and I have a high need to be around other people. As you can imagine, the UK lockdown has made my visiting my boyfriend incredibly difficult, and I am struggling with loneliness on top of my mental health and economic issues. I know that VR chats and video calling exist, but frankly, it is not the same. The police were displacing a single person relaxing in a park today, even if they were separated by a distance of 10 meters or more. I don't believe that this will have much of an effect on viral transmission, but instead was quite frankly just horrible dystopian. I'm not looking for sympathy, but given your recent discussion, I would just like to highlight that dealing with lockdowns is not as easy for everyone, and that this needs to be considered before declaring one. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to your future content. Hiroji the Circle. I have things to say.
I have things to say. It's the most cat-like thing to say.
Hiroji mentioned that the lockdowns are disproportionately affecting some people more so than the others.
Yeah, welcome to New York.
Welcome to capitalism.
Yeah, and my friend, he does like contract security work, and he lives rather with like, I think I mentioned it a while back. He lives with a quite abusive family, and he lives in a closet, literally. Like, he has a room about, I don't know, half the size of the studio or less.
That's kind of an interesting thing, is the whole idea of like, oh, everybody needs to stay home. And it's like, home isn't necessarily a comfortable or safe place for all people. Like it is for most people, but like there are some people who are way safer and way more, when they're at work or when they're, with friends or whatever. But yeah.
And personally, I think we had we're in a lucky situation where we live with each other, we're comfortable around each other, and we have sufficient amount of space to not go insane even if we're stuck inside.
Yeah.
And we have enough resources and projects and financial, things to keep ourselves entertained. Whereas my other friend, he grew up in poverty all his life.
Yeah.
And he has a computer. That's about it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think so. The way that I would say it is this. Don't get angry at the lockdown. Get angry at the lack of systems in place to help you get through that lockdown. And the support infrastructure and, internet that's reliable and support for I think that's the issue, right? Because you got to remember, almost 250,000 people have died because of this virus so far. And that's just the confirmed deaths. 250,000 people have died. The lockdown is for a reason, and I know it seems a bit dystopian and it seems a bit whatever, but that is okay. Maybe the police kicking some people out of a park is a little bit just to try to show people, oh, you need to stay home and everything. I'm not sure I agree with the way the police are doing that, but
they need more grabby hands.
Yeah, they need the grabbing hands from the Indian police, but understand that the lockdown is for the best interest of the future of the economy and the people. Because here's the thing. Getting the economy running again, but then killing more people will actually be worse for the economy in the end.
We could just have an apocalypse.
Yeah.
It'd be better.
So don't get angry at the lockdown. Get angry at the lack of support in a capitalist system.
I think some people want the Mad Max environment.
For something like that. And that's kind of the issue, right? The whole, like, if the income that the government is providing is not good enough for something like universal basic income temporarily or any of those things, those are the things that I think are worth kind of getting upset about, not necessarily the lockdown. If anything, your government doing a lockdown and enforcing it and telling your employer, no, you can't fucking let your employees come in, rather than letting your employer force you to go in or letting your school force you to do an exam or whatever. I would be thankful for that, because there are some places where the government's not enforcing that and people are getting forced to go to work or to school or to whatever, and they're getting sick and they're endangering their family and it's fucked up. So, yeah, that's kind of...
Though I think there's a cultural aspect to this.
Also, we're new to this.
Yeah,
this hasn't happened in such a long time that it's like we're bad at it. With the exception of maybe like South Korea. South Korea knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And some other countries like were experienced, but for the most part, the rest of the world had never been through this in recent generations.
Yeah. Because when I say cultural aspect, sometimes I think this is overly reactive. Sometimes my said friend, he would go out for a walk because he doesn't really want to be at home.
Yeah.
Just around a park, or he goes out, driving. And my other friend who knew about it could get upset at him. It's like, you're endangering other people. But personally, I think like going out for a park isn't any, danger to other people.
No, I don't think it is.
I think I've seen a lot of people on the internet that they have like this knee-jerk reaction to anything that is remotely close to, oh, I'm going out for outside.
Yeah.
And like their immediate reaction is, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. But I think they should also consider what their activities are before they, start blaming them.
Yeah, it's like if you're going for a walk in the neighborhood and you're staying a couple meters away from people.
Yeah.
Like we go for a walk and we stay close to each other because we live together.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not. Yeah, there's definitely people who are being a little bit ridiculous about it. But keep in mind, you also probably found out about the police doing that because it was on the news, because it was ridiculous. And
this is a zombie virus, we'd all be dead.
But yeah, I just think it is good that the government enforces a lockdown. That is not a bad thing. What's bad is the lack of support. And
If
also,
this was actually a deadly virus, America would be the first nation wiped out. So just think about that. Hope.
We wouldn't have to last through it for too long. We'd just be like, no.
That'd be gone. We'd be gone fast.
We're gone.
And
we don't have to suffer too long.
And now that we're past the peak of it as well, you know,
Are we?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
think we are.
Some places are past the peak. The U.S. is not past the peak yet. There is a risk assessment you can make when it comes to just like, do you want to see this one friend, right? Or do you want to see your parents? And even people like Dr. Fauci, who's one of like the top people from not CDC, but one of the other virologists that's kind of helping the whole thing politically, trying to anyway. That's a shit show. Even he said, like, listen, he's like, if you have parents that you normally see every day, you know, as long as you can all sit, you know, have a conversation about that risk assessment, that's fine, right? It's not that you have to completely shut down. You're not even allowed to see another human being, right? But things like large groups, things like having a birthday party, things like, you know, going out bowling, no, don't do those things. Don't do anything that's very public and around a lot of other people. And that's the real no-no stuff that you want to avoid.
Well, didn't we just break 1 million, I think, the last show? Because we were like, we did it, guys. We broke 1 million last show.
1 million infected?
Yeah.
I think that happened just after the show, I thought. It depends on who confirmed it, because I think John Hopkins confirmed 1 million just this week. I might not.
Just from last week, we had 200,000 more cases.
Yeah. Keep in mind, confirmed cases.
Million in America?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's 1.16 million right now.
Yeah, 1.16. And keep in mind, confirmed.
No, I remember like last show we just broke 1 million. I remember like, we did it, America, yeah, we did it, number 1.
Yeah. Now, should you go out and do something risky and dangerous? No. You know, you don't want to have to, A, waste paramedics' time and put them at risk, and B, end up in a hospital where chances are you might not even be able to get treatment, right? So, do you want to go mountain climbing in the park? I don't know about that. But if you just want to, just because that is increasing your risk of it being an issue if something were to happen.
A mountain?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like some hike on the trail. That's what.
Oh, hike on a trail, you're probably okay. But I just mean like anything risky.
Oh, okay. Just risky.
Anything
in
risky.
General.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would avoid anything risky.
I thought you meant like risky in terms of getting COVID. It's like.
No. It's not about getting COVID. Keep in mind, and that's the other thing, by the way, about this. Half of the danger here is not about the virus. For you, it's about there are a lot of hospitals that are just full completely, like people sleeping in the hallways and shit. And so, especially if you're near a major city. And so that's kind of the other problem, is that you don't want to be at risk, because if you end up needing to call 911 and go in, chances are you're not going to have a good time. But yeah, so emergency service stuff to rescue, yeah, you're potentially exposing them too. Yeah, but listen, you want to take a walk around your neighborhood. Personally, I would say go ahead, and even a lot of the experts say, yeah, go ahead and take a walk around your neighborhood.
Yeah,
if you got a restaurant, if you have a restaurant nearby your house that's your favorite restaurant, it's a family-owned business, and you'd like to support them, yeah, do a takeout order. You know, be a little careful. Go in, don't touch anything that you don't have to. Make sure you stay away from people and everything. But it's like, it's not that big of a deal. As long as you make those risk assessments, and as long as you do your best. And if some cop yells at you in a park, then fuck them. But
don't fuck them. No,
yeah, don't fuck them.
Just give them a middle finger, but they can arrest you.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply to the UK.
Yeah.
Like we've been trying to, like, we have a Thai food place that we really, really like, and we were really worried about them, and so about once a week we've been trying to go there and just get a takeout order. And it's actually really funny. You walk in and they've got the whole restaurant like barricaded with tables, and you
shall not pass.
Yeah, literally. You don't walk in at all, basically. Sometimes they'll just bring it out to your car, and they'll just hand it to you in a way where you don't have to touch them. And then the other thing is, like, they'll put it on the table, and if you have to, like, sign a receipt, they have new pens, and you use it, and then you put it in an old pens jar, and they just dump that in a vat of, like, to disinfect them. And then, like, they'll either do, like, tap or whatever, or they just, like, it's great.
You gotta mention about the Chinese food place.
Oh yeah, that Chinese place has like this little. They like renovated this
airlock?
window. Yeah, they have like an airlock that you like. They open one side, they put the stuff in, and then close it, and then you open the other side. It was funny.
Next
Where
time
are you
you're
going
going
to?
Asian Star.
Oh, I didn't even know they were open.
Yeah,
I
they're
tried
open
calling
yet.
them one time and their phone was not on.
They closed for a week to do the renovation so that they can still serve food now, which is pretty great. So yeah, we've been
Okay.
trying to support them too because I feel really bad
I've
for a
been
lot of
wanting
those.
to support them, but I thought they were closed. Well, that's good. I'm going to start supporting them.
Yeah. But yeah. And footpaths here aren't 2 meters wide. Yeah, and even the 2 meters wide thing, guys, most of that has to do with the fact that when you breathe, which if you're wearing a mask, that helps, and if they're wearing a mask, that helps them as well.
If you're wearing a fursuit, that helps.
The whole idea is that there are droplets in your breath, especially if you cough or anything like that, that can get on to people.
Condensation.
Not to mention on yourself.
Science.
Just breathing around yourself. The 2 meters thing, it's not that big of a deal if you're in a store aisle. I've seen people in a store aisle, like somebody walked by them in a bread aisle, and they were like, oh my God. And it's like, okay, it's fine. Like, calm down, okay? Do you want to have a conversation right next to somebody like you would normally? No. If you're going to look at somebody and talk to somebody, stay 2 meters away. But it's not that big of a deal if you just walk by them. It's not going to kill you. That's something that's kind of bothering me is it's like, no, the 2 meters away thing has to do with the fact that when you breathe normally, you expel around that distance worth of droplets in the air. So it's not like if Cheeto can't see droplets, they must not exist. Oh my God. Yeah, I've definitely seen people like freak out in grocery
Just
stores.
cover your hands in Cheeto powder, and then you will know how far you have spread.
Yeah. Yeah, and although it can survive on surfaces, the much bigger danger, hands down, the much bigger danger is direct
contact.
Not contact. What is it?
It's okay, because I even told Ikasuri as I went to the freaking Home Depot that people aren't even using the mask correctly in the U.S. So don't even worry, because we're all dead anyway.
Well, it's the people at Home Depot. Does that surprise you?
People literally took off their masks to sneeze so they wouldn't get their masks wet.
What? I hate it.
Well,
I just
The thing is-
laughed. It made me
thing is-
laugh a lot.
My dad was one of those assholes. He went to Home Depot with no mask on. I was like, Dad.
I thought he was a nurse
Oh
or
my
something.
God.
I came out of work and went to Home Depot with no mask on.
How are any of you guys doing this? Because they won't even let you in the grocery store near here without a
See,
mask.
I thought I was not going to get into Home Depot without a mask because I was coming out of work and I was like, I need to pick shit up and I don't have anything in my car. And then there was like 8 other old guys behind me that just walked up without masks, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Well,
I have an N95 in my car that I've been wearing different places, but
So I was like, if the old guys are okay, and they're letting the old guys in, then I'm fine.
The instruction is that if you cannot stay 6 feet or 2 meters apart from each other, then you wear masks.
But
It's
you
not
have
that-
you have a line now in Home Depot that you all wait.
Faye, Nirok tops it in chat. There's a video of some lady who cut a mouth hole in her mask so she could breathe easier. I feel like that tops it for me. That wins.
If anyone's never watched Idiocracy, please go watch it. It describes America right now, and it even describes our medical system.
Yeah.
Idiocracy. Even Terry Crews is like, we never intended this to actually be correct.
Was there anything else in that email though that we didn't touch on? I think it was.
Let's see. Police.
They were just saying
10 meter.
They were just saying I'd like to highlight that dealing with lockdowns is not as easy for everyone. Yeah, I mean that's,
And I
it's core-
understand the word disproportionately because I feel bad for people who are more unlucky than we are.
Yeah.
I don't have my own space. Barely.
True.
At work, you mean? Like you don't have a...
Or here?
Or here.
Well, you have the bedroom.
And then the separate office.
No.
No?
And then the other side of a living room.
Is Ikizuri taking all the spaces?
That's always been her spaces.
Oh, well, you guys should talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, we're sharing a lot of our spaces too now.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to sleep in the same bed.
But...
So I want to make bubonic dicks.
What?
Like plague dicks.
Moving on. Thank you guys for listening to FurCast. I've been your host, Paradox the Red.
Yeah, I feel like you can't really turn the COVID virus into like a good dick, but you could make the COVID virus into a butt plug.
All right. And on that note, it is time to end.
I've been your Tiger Marisky.
I'm going to start modeling a COVID butt plug soon.
I've been your host, Paradox the Red Wolf.
I've been your plague dick sponsor, Pharaoh.
I'm disappointed. Areo.
Don't you want plague dicks? Well, you know, like bubos from the bubonic plague, where it's like bubbles. Like I want to plan to like make like a dick that's like a bunch of like balls.
I like those though.
Anyway, thank you for joining us Thank you for joining us in Spirit Bowl. It worked out good.
I got you. Yeah, we'll see about next week potentially. Also look into doing Jackbox or something like that. That could be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to start modeling my bubonic dick collection. Sorry, plague dicks. I'm going to call them. We'll do the Spanish flu, the Black Death, and then COVID. But COVID's just a butt plug.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I believe we are here, as I turn that off, next week. I should have another couple of FurCast texts coming down the pipe. We got a couple of those planned out. I'm hoping I'll have some this week. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you to Twin Tails for sponsoring FurCast. Thank you to our Patreon supporters and all my friends who put up with all bullshit. We'll see you next week.